I've always been a baseball fan. I grew up playing ball, and I still love playing today. As I got older, I found out that both of my hips had severe arthritis, and I was facing 2 hip replacements. I've had a fear that I would never be able to play ball again. I looked at Dr. Rust, his interest in sports. I said to myself, that's the man I want to see. Orlando Health turned my life around, enabled me to do what I've always enjoyed most, and that's to get out and play ball.
Varsity Sports Nation. Unleash the champion within.
Welcome one, welcome all to historic Sanford Memorial Stadium here, and it is a beautiful day for baseball in Central Florida, and it is the 2026 Cure All-Star Baseball Game, and you are watching it on Varsity Sports Nation. My name is Will Barbera, and I'm here with my good friend and colleague, Porter Kelly. Porter, how you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. I'm excited for a fun game of baseball. Obviously, you did the first game of this Cure All-Star Baseball Game series, and I wasn't a part of that, but you sent me some clips. It looked like a lot of fun. I'm excited to see something that maybe I've never seen on a baseball diamond before.
Well, I saw quite a lot of that with our good buddy Ethan Coulahan, who was up here with me on Wednesday for that game between Lake County and Volusia County that ended in a 7-4 Lake County win. And there was some absolutely unreal baseball happening, if you can call it baseball. It was baseball, but we had guys on their phones. We had everyone empty the dugout in the 9th inning and go out and shag fly balls in the outfield while everyone was playing, while the game was still going on. I mean, it was so much fun, and that's what today is about. It's about having fun and making money for a great cause, which is, of course, something that's near and dear to everyone's heart, Porter, and that's, a cure for cancer. It affects everybody of all walks of life, and, today's an event, going to be a great event that's going to raise a lot of money for a great cause.
Yes, like you said, this game it's an all-star game. It's supposed to be fun. That's the point, and it's a great opportunity to raise money for a great cause, like you said. The Orlando Sports Foundation doing a great job raising money, trying to find a cure for cancer. Throughout all their events, they've raised over $6.5 million for cancer research. So just a great job for what they've been able to do in the Orlando community.
Absolutely. And also a big shout out to the Florida League, who also helped put on this great event to honor and recognize these high school all-star baseball players, but also to make some money for a great cause as we are getting ready to go here. And today it is Orange County versus Seminole County. Orange County in the pink jerseys. They will start. They are the home team. They'll start on the field. And Seminole County in the black jerseys. So leading off, that'll be number 8, Orlando Martinez, who plays for the Oviedo Lions, and he is undecided, but he will lead things off here in the top of the first inning, and we are underway. And a called strike on the outside corner gets us going here. And the pitcher on the mound for Orange County is number 1, Jez Hamrick out of Apopka, and he is attending Coker University. A 1. Right down Broadway for strike 2. So 0-2 quickly to Orlando Martinez.
And like you said, Will, Orange County in the pink, Seminole in the black, but the first game of this Cure All-Stars baseball series was compared a lot to banana ball that we see a lot. It's a pretty big phenomenon in the baseball world nowadays, and we see that even the home plate umpires looking like one of those players right now wearing the yellow.
As that one is just off the edge for ball 1, so a ball and 2 strikes. There were definitely some comparisons that could have been drawn to banana ball, especially in that 9th inning. Top of the 9th inning, everybody cleared out of the dugout, and there were about 25 players on the field, all of them in the outfield. And then at the bottom of the 9th inning, same thing for Lake County, as that one skips by the third baseman into left field. And a leadoff base runner. That may go as an error. And that is, number 18, Miguel Acosta over at third base out of West Orange, who couldn't make the play. Hard hit ball over there, and that's why they call it the hot corner.
And also didn't help that it took a wicked hop off the dirt right in front. He was in a good position to backhand it and fire it to first, was Acosta, but took a wicked hop, went off his glove and into left field. So the leadoff runner for Seminole is on.
Well, now Hamrick with a runner on, and there goes Martinez to second, and a bobble by the catcher for Orange County. That's number 21, Dylan Malave from Winter Park. So a stolen base, and that takes away the double play possibility here in the top of the first. I believe that pitch was a ball to Connor McBratney from the Lake Howell Hawks, committed to Daytona Beach Christian University. 1-0 pitch. Fly it in the air to center field on the run over towards the right center field gap, and making the catch out there is number 9, Brady Reinert out of Wakiva. Out of Wakiva. My apologies.
A couple early defensive mistakes there from Orange County got Martinez all the way to second base, but a nice play out there, like you said, by Reinert from Wakiva. Going to Daytona Beach Christian University, as well as Connor McBratney, who was just up to bat.
So 1 out and a runner in scoring position now here in the top of the first. And this one is inside, 1-0. This is Julian Smith out of Lake Brantley, committed to Albany State University. Hamrick's 1-0. Outside, 2-0 now. And Hamrick, I actually watched him pitch during a Florida League tournament here earlier this year, and he has some really nice velocity, struggling to locate his pitches a little bit right now, but velocity popped on that last pitch, as that one is at the letters for a called strike. Hamrick working his way back into the at-bat. 2 balls and a strike now.
That first out from Hamrick was really important. Getting a runner in scoring position with 0 outs. If you're Seminole County, you want to move him to third, want a productive out at least. To have him at third base with less than 2 outs with a position to bring him in. So a nice job bouncing back after the leadoff runner got on and got to second on some defensive errors.
Absolutely. As that last pitch was fouled back, so now 2-2 on Julian Smith. Hamrick looking back to second. Throw to the plate now is just high, so Smith has worked it full. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
In these all-star games, you really only see pitchers for a half an inning. So for Hamrick, you want to get through a scoreless half because you can't really make it up in future innings in a game like this.
Not on the mound, at least, as that one is up high, and there's the first walk of the game. So Hamrick walks Smith, and now with 1 out, there's runners on first and second. And that is going to bring up number 27, Ethan Farrington, who plays for the Lyman Greyhounds. He is undecided, but he is a big right-handed bat. And with 1 out and runners on first and second, Orange County set up to turn 2 up the middle. First pitch. Right in there for a called strike, going 1.
Yeah, just on either side of the cameraman out there in shallow center field. But a ground ball after the walk sets up 4 outs at third and second, which allows the middle of that infield to turn a double play to end the inning.
That one inside there, 1-1. This is an interesting batting stance we're seeing from Farrington here. His hands start really close to his helmet. You can kind of see really close, almost next to his cheek, and then he, as a timing mechanism, gets him back as he fouls that one off.
It may have caused him to be late on that pitch. Good pitch by Hamrick up and in. When you have to bring your hands back during the pitch, it could cause you to be late. He's also very open in his stance. Will.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, if your hands are that close to your face and you're closed, you're cutting off basically the entire inside part of the plate. So I understand him being open with where his hands are, but it's an interesting choice regardless, as he skies that one to shallow center. And in comes the center fielder to make the catch. That is, once again, Reinert, and there are 2 gone. So a big out there with runners on first and second after allowing the walk.
And it'll be really interesting to see. Obviously, these players, some of them play together with their high school teams, but a lot of them don't play together and have never played with one another. So on pop flies like that, obviously, that one was pretty easily the center fielders. But in closer plays, it'll be interesting to see the sort of communication that these guys have in the field.
Well, here is Brody Chalice of the Oviedo Lions. And he, with 2 outs, will look to keep things going for Seminole County. First pitch is outside, 1-0. Inning started with an error at third base by Acosta that allowed Hernandez to reach. 1-0 was swung on and missed, 1-1. Or excuse me, Martinez, I apologize, to reach. He got to second on the stolen base, and that's where he stands now. Since then, there's been 2 flyouts to center with a walk in between. Hamrick looking back. Throw to the plate now is outside. 2 balls and a strike.
When you're Hamrick, you're not really too worried about the pitch count that you have. Like I said earlier,
You're going one inning.
You're going one inning. But getting behind in the count to obviously really talented hitters has to be a concern. He's behind 2-1 here. He's already walked someone in this inning. He's got to find the strike zone.
That one fouled off to even the count at 2 apiece. So Chalice working the at-bat here. But like you said, it's not a problem if Hamrick's pitch count gets up there. You know, he's got 1 inning. He's also, he also plays third base, so we'll probably see him play the field. And if it's anything like the game on Wednesday, he may play multiple positions.
He may play the outfield with everyone else.
2-2 was popped up to right center field this time. The second baseman will call everyone off and make the catch to end the inning. And that will do it here in the top of the first inning. No hits, 2 runners left on, but no runs crossed the plate. We go to the bottom of the first. It's Seminole County nothing, Orange County coming up.
I've always been a baseball fan. I grew up playing ball, and I still love playing today. As I got older, I found out that both of my hips had severe arthritis, and I was facing 2 hip replacements. I've had a fear that I would never be able to play ball again. I looked at Dr. Rust, his interest in sports. I said to myself, that's the man I want to see. Orlando Health turned my life around, enabled me to do what I've always enjoyed most, and that's to get out and play ball.
Sports Nation. Unleash the champion within.
Back here for the bottom of the first inning of the 2026 Cure All-Star Baseball Game. And you're watching it on Varsity Sports Nation. With you in the booth here, Will Barbera and Porter Kelly. And on the mound for Seminole County in a scoreless bottom of the first inning, it'll be number 5, Elijah Dyer from the Lake Mary Rams. And he is committed to go to Santa Fe SC. He'll lead things off against Ethan Rathman of Olympia High School. First pitch is in there for a called strike, going 1. And Rathman committed to the University of North Alabama. He waves at that one now, 0-2 quickly.
What I said with the pitchers, where they only get 1 inning, with the lineup cards of both these teams, you don't know how many times they're going to come up to bat. It's not just a 9-man lineup like you're used to seeing.
Exactly.
Everyone gets a chance to bat. Obviously, if you're the leadoff hitter, you don't have to worry as much because you will come up the quickest for the second time. But you really want to do your damage in your first at-bat because you never know how many you're going to get.
Absolutely. And that's one of the disadvantages of playing in an all-star game is, a little bit more limited at-bats, access to at-bats. 2-2. Just missed on the inside corner. Rathman's worked it full here to start the bottom of the first.
Good job by Rathman after going down 0-2 early. That last pitch was very close, like you said.
And he grounds that one towards first, fielded cleanly. And stepping on the bag for the first out, that's number 25, Ben Thayer from Lake Mary. And there's one out here in the bottom of the first inning, and that will bring up number 18, the third baseman. Where'd you go? Miguel Acosta. And Acosta, with that error in the top of the first inning, chance to make up for it here.
It didn't end up accosting Orange County, though.
Good one.
Thanks. It took me a while to think of that.
Well, a little bit of a samurai there on that first swing, but 0-1 is the count. Looked like he was sitting, breaking pitch, and got a fastball.
Elijah Dyer's wasting no time right when Acosta gets back in that box.
And he got a little piece of that one. So it's 0-2 quickly to Acosta. And, immediately Dyer getting 0-2 leads in the at-bats on the first 2 hitters here in the bottom of the first inning. 0-2. And it's Tapper back up the middle, and it is off the glove of the shortstop and into center field. That's going to be a base hit. As couldn't see exactly who that was at shortstop for Seminole County. That could not come up with it. A lot of topspin on that ball as it went towards the middle.
Yeah, it would have been a really tough play anyways by, it looks like number 13, Taiki Nakuni from Winter Park.
I'm sorry, that's actually, I believe it's Bodie Tierney from Oviedo.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I was looking at the wrong side. Brody.
You're good. We're dealing with a double-sided page here for
Bodie Tierney from Oviedo. It was a slow chopper. He was able to get his glove on it, but not cleanly. Would have been a tough play, even if he did get it clean.
I was just about to say, I think you're correct. I think it would have been a tough throw over to first, especially Acosta runs well, as you saw there. He was well over halfway up the first base line by the time Tierney got to that baseball. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. And this is number 21, Dylan Malave out of Winter Park, who's committed to CCBC Catonsville. Doing the catching duties. 1-2. There goes Acosta for second. The throw down goes into center field. Tierney was there to back it up, but the throw was high, so it's a stolen base for Acosta. And takes away the double play possibility for the time being. But it is now 2-2 on Malave.
You've seen both teams get aggressive on the base paths early. 2 successful stolen bases, 1 for each side. This time, now it's Orange County.
And a called strike 3 on the outer edge. Oh, my apologies, Port. A little bit of a delayed call there by the umpire. But first strikeout there for Dyer, and there are 2 gone with a runner in scoring position. And here is number 31, Matthew Logan out of Winter Park, and he is committed to UCF. Right up the road from where you and I go to school at Full Sail University, not far.
Yes, staying right in that Winter Park area, not going too far out of the way.
Absolutely.
But now Orange County, with the runner in scoring position and 2 outs, will look to do what Seminole County couldn't and bring home a run.
First pitch is outside, throw down to third is on a hop, and it kind of went in and out of the glove of... that's number 8, Orlando Martinez at third base for Seminole County. So it's another stolen base for Acosta. The throw looked to have beat the runner, but not able to corral it over there was Martinez.
If you're going to hop it, you want to hop it early so they have plenty of time to react and make the catch, which I think is what the Seminole County catcher did. But yes, like you said, just unable to corral it and now 2 stolen bases for Acosta. He's gotten on base on an infield single, really used his speed not only to get to first base, but now he's standing there at third with 2 outs.
Absolutely, as that one was fouled off there, so it's now 1-1 on Logan. And that one is just outside. 2 balls and a strike now. Runner 90 feet from the plate with 2 outs. 2 balls and a strike on Matthew Logan. Here in the bottom of the first, the pitch. Outside, 3 balls and a strike now, so a hitter's count here for Logan.
I've seen both teams be patient at the plate. For Orange County, that's usually put them 0-2, but this time Logan's able to get ahead with some good takes.
That ball lined right back up the middle, and an RBI single for Matthew Logan puts Orange County up 1-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. Really nice piece of hitting to bring home Acosta.
Just a great at-bat. You can see why Logan is an all-star, and they put him in the cleanup spot there. Does a great job taking some tough pitches there just outside of the zone. Gets ahead 3-1, hunts fastball, and hits it right back where it came from.
Yeah, right back up the middle. Took it exactly where it came from, and first pitch is down low here. And I can't quite
I believe
tell.
it's number 4, Diego Diaz from Dr. Phillips.
From Dr. Phillips, who is also committed to CCBC Catonsville. And that ball grounded to second base. Could be 2. There's 1. Oh, I'm sorry. There were 2 outs. So that'll end the inning. But a fielder's choice there, but not after the damage done. An RBI single by Matthew Logan brings home Acosta. Orange County leading Seminole County 1-0 as we go to the second.
I've always been a baseball fan. I grew up playing ball, and I still love playing today. As I got older, I found out that both of my hips had severe arthritis, and I was facing 2 hip replacements. I've had a fear that I would never be able to play ball again. I looked at Dr. Rust, his interest in sports. I said to myself, that's the man I want to see. Orlando Health turned my life around, enabled me to do what I've always enjoyed most, and that's to get out and play ball.
Sports Nation. Unleash the champion within.
Back here for the top of the second inning. It's 1-0 Orange County leading Seminole County here in the Cure All-Star Baseball game. Will Barbera and Porter Kelly here on Varsity Sports Nation. We thank you for spending a little bit of your Friday evening here with us at Sanford Memorial Stadium. His first pitch is fouled back. It's 0-1. New pitcher in the game for Orange County. It's number 23, Tyler Spade out of Apopka, committed to John Melvin Christian College. And in the batter's box for Seminole County is number 22, Jackson Leonard out of Lake Brantley, as that one is fought off right back to the mound and bobbled by Spade, who collects it and throws to first. In time, one away. But
with that half swing, it really had some weird spin on it back to Spade as a pitcher, but I believe he spent the first inning as a first baseman, so he's used to fielding some ground balls. He was able to recover from a bit of a bobble and make the throw to first.
Well, here is Chase Negron out of Oviedo. No bat with 1 out, nobody on here in the second.
What really sticks out to me about Spade on the mound is how tall he is. When you see pitchers that tall, they can really get big extension off the mound and get closer to the plate, which can add some velocity and really be able to blow fastballs by these hitters.
The other thing with a pitcher who's as tall as he is you can come from – you're coming from a higher arm slot than I think a lot of pitchers are used to. And, yeah, especially when you're on a mound already that's raised, it can be a little daunting to try and pick up the spin on a pitcher who's as big as he is, as that one's outside. So 2 balls and a strike now. And that one's on the outside corner. It's now 2-2 on Negron.
I know you're dying to compare him to a Phillies pitcher. So who would you say was really good at that? Who was really tall on the mound?
Really tall on the mound? Zach Wheeler's really tall on the mound. I think he's like 6'4". Is there somebody you're thinking I'm going to bring up? Is that one's inside for ball 4?
No, not for the Phillies. I'm not going to bring up who I'm thinking of because you'll probably get mad at me. But
we'll say it.
Well, Shohei.
Oh, would that's like really? I know he's big, but he's not like. I feel like he's not like your stereotypical like big pitcher. I thought you were going to say somebody like Randy Johnson's a lefty.
Well, yes.
Yeah,
Randy
but like
Johnson
he's
is
like
the pinnacle.
Yeah, like he's the prime example of that. As there goes the runner for second. Throw down is offline. So a stolen base there by Negron as the first pitch was outside to Ben Thayer of the Lake Mary Rams. So 1-0 is the count. But double play once again. No longer in play, at least on a grounder. 1-0. Inside 2-0.
You know, I thought with this being just an all-star game, people would be a little more conservative. These coaches and these players would be a little more conservative on the base paths. But both these teams are running. That's not how
on Wednesday there were quite a few stolen bases. I believe I mentioned in the pregame there was a steal of home at one point. Yes. It was, I think they came at it from the theology of, let's just make sure it's high-flying action as there goes Negron for third. So back-to-back stolen bases. And it's almost like you can hear me up here. 3 balls and a strike on Thayer with a runner on third now, and a fly ball could tie this game for Seminole County. Ground ball towards third, and it gets underneath the glove of Acosta. Backhanded and short. The throw dug out by Logan at first. What a play by Orange County. A run does come in to score. It's an RBI ground out for Thayer. But we are tied at 1, and a heck of a defensive play there as it was shortstop Nico Pozluzny out of Apopka who made the backhand. What do you think of that, Porter? That was a heck of a defensive gem.
Moving to his right, obviously had to make the backhand, had no momentum going to first base. It was all arm strength. He almost got it there on the fly, but there was Matthew Logan at first base, the lefty, able to get big extension and make the nice pick.
Well, here's Pozluzny again in the hole at short, and he delivers an even better throw this time to get him. How about Nico Pozluzny showing off the cannon at shortstop here? The Warriors do tie it on the RBI ground out, but we are deadlocked at 1 as we go to the bottom of the second.
I've always been a baseball fan. I grew up playing ball, and I still love playing today. As I got older, I found out that both of my hips had severe arthritis, and I was facing 2 hip replacements. I've had a fear that I would never be able to play ball again. I looked at Dr. Rust, his interest in sports. I said to myself, that's the man I want to see. Orlando Health turned my life around, enabled me to do what I've always enjoyed most, and that's to get out and play ball.
Unleash.
Back here for the bottom of the second inning on Varsity Sports Nation as the first pitch to Nico Pozlesny is drilled to right center, and on the run, making the catch is the right fielder. That's number 2, Jackson Turner from Lake Howell, who made the catch. And there's quickly one away, one pitch, one out, as Gavin Matala, can't get easier for that. And he is the new pitcher for Seminole County. He is out of Seminole High School and committed to the Norwich University in Vermont.
Pozlesny, fresh off of making those 2 good defensive plays, looking to do damage with the bat, looking to ambush the new pitcher.
Oh, and on the first pitch,
Speaking
Matala
of
drills. There's Spade, who was the pitcher last inning. So first hit by pitch of the ball game. We also saw a couple of those on Wednesday. A lot of these guys haven't thrown in a while, as the high school season is only still going for certain teams. So Spade on first with one out.
And one of those teams, Will, is the Winter Springs Bears, who have 7 participants in this game. They won't be playing because they're in the 6A state semifinals, but they are in attendance wearing their Winter Springs Bears uniforms for the Seminole dugout.
Yeah, obviously that's more important. They're playing for their school, but still here to support a great event. I think that's really cool that they still came to show their support, despite the fact that they're still playing for something at this time of year, and a lot of the guys in this tournament are not. But still really, really cool to see that show of sportsmanship. 1-1 with a runner on first and one out, and there goes Spade for second. Swing and a miss. Throw down is scooped up by the shortstop. It is not in time, but a nice scoop by Connor McBratney at shortstop out of Lake Howell, as the throw was just not in time to get Spade.
I believe the catcher, number 19 for Seminole, is J-Rel Rivera. Made a good throw on the one hop, but the hop went too high, unable to get the tag back down on Spade, who was able to get under the tag and be, I believe, our 6th stolen base of the game already.
As Ty Livingston waves at that one for strike 3, so he goes down, and there are 2 gone with a runner in scoring position. And now here is Jez Hamrick, who started the game as the starting pitcher for Orange County. He is, through 3 frames, he is the only scoreless one to this point. And a chance to give Orange County a 2-1 lead here with a base hit. That one is inside, 1-0. Hamrick out of Apopka, and he is going to be attending Coker University when he starts his college career. 1-0. Hard ground ball to third, backhanded, and now, for some reason, we're going to play pickle. Spade caught in a rundown, and he will be tagged out. So instead of taking the easy out at first base, they decide to play a little pickle, and they catch Spade in between second and third to end the inning. No hits, 1 runner left on, but no runs crossed the plate. We go to the top of the third, still tied at 1 between Orange County and Seminole County.
I've always been a baseball fan. I grew up playing ball, and I still love playing today. As I got older, I found out that both of my hips had severe arthritis, and I was facing 2 hip replacements. I've had a fear that I would never be able to play ball again. I looked at Dr. Rust, his interest in sports. I said to myself, that's the man I want to see. Orlando Health turned my life around, enabled me to do what I've always enjoyed most, and that's to get out and play ball.
Those who are sick and stand in our collective fight against cancer. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. At this time, Stefano Foggi, the president of the Florida League, would like to say a few words.
I've always been a baseball fan. I grew up playing ball, and I still love playing today. As I got older, I found out that both of my hips had severe arthritis, and I was facing 2 hip replacements. I've had a fear that I would never be able to play ball again. I looked at Dr. Rust, his interest in sports. I said to myself, that's the man I want to see. Orlando Health turned my life around, enabled me to do what I've always enjoyed most, and that's to get out and play ball.
Varsity Sports Nation. Unleash the champion within.
Welcome back, everybody, here to the Cure All-Star Baseball game here between Orange County and Seminole County. I believe you guys did see on your broadcast a really, really cool moment we had in between the second and third innings here. Everybody stood up and held up a sign that says, "I fight for," and then everybody had the name of somebody that they know that has either died or been affected by cancer, which obviously is the reason we're having this great event here today. And then that was followed up by some words by the people you see on the field now, Maddie Merrigan of the Orlando Sports Foundation and Stefano Foggi of the Florida League. So we will be right back to action here shortly. Just wanted to let you guys know that that's what the break in action is, and we obviously still not forgetting about you guys. Don't want you guys to think we're losing our wits over here. And it looks like we are going to get ready for warm-up. So we'll be right back after we get done warming up here for the top of the third between Seminole County and Orange County.
I've always been a baseball fan. I grew up playing ball, and I still love playing today. As I got older, I found out that both of my hips had severe arthritis, and I was facing 2 hip replacements. I've had a fear that I would never be able to play ball again. I looked at Dr. Rust, his interest in sports. I said to myself, that's the man I want to see. Orlando Health turned my life around, enabled me to do what I've always enjoyed most, and that's to get out and play ball.
Sports Nation. Unleash the champion within.
All right, we are back here for the top of the third inning from Sanford Memorial Stadium for the Cure All-Star Baseball game between Seminole County and Orange County. Will Barbera and Porter Kelly here to let you guys know what's going on for this great event here from historic Sanford Memorial Stadium. And before we get going here in the top of the third, I want to let you know number 22, Anthony Raymond out of Apopka is the new pitcher for Orange County, and he will face number 13, Brody Tierney out of Oviedo to start things off here in the third. But just wanted to go back to the moment in between innings there, the I fight for this person moment as it relates to this event. And we just wanted to talk about, both Porter and I are students at the Dan Patrick School of Sportscasting. And today we at that program, that community, lost a pretty big piece as Jeff Radcliffe, one of our instructors, did lose his battle with cancer. Just really, really sad, tragic news. I never had Jeff. He was sick when I went through what his class would have been at our program. But I talked to him quite a few times. I believe Porter did as well. Yes. And just one of the nicest, coolest guys I've met in this industry. Obviously was a play-by-play guy for Orlando FC Soccer for several years, and a big part of their kind of rise through the MLS in the 2010s. So really, really big, important piece of our program and our community that we lost this week. And we just wanted to say that our thoughts and prayers are with Jeff's family and how much of a great person he was, not just to me and Porter, but to the rest of our program. So our thoughts and prayers with the family of Jeff Radcliffe during this event. And, Porter, do you have anything else you wanted to add just about Mr. Radcliffe?
Yes, Will, that was beautifully said by you. I didn't get to know Jeff all that well, but from what I've heard from other people, he was just the nicest guy to be around. He taught everyone who had him as a teacher, obviously before he got sick, absolutely loved him and adored him. Everyone who wanted to be a play-by-play person said that they learned so much from him, being he has so much experience with Orlando FC. And so, yes, we did lose a integral part of our Nisher community at Full Sail University, but also the Orlando community as a whole.
Absolutely.
And during the commercial breaks, if you've been looking, there's a QR code to scan if you want to donate to the Orlando Sports Foundation for this great cause. The reason we're all here today at this event is obviously all the tickets, all the merchandise, all the concessions from this game will be donated to the Orlando Sports Foundation. But if you feel compelled, wherever you are at home, to give any amount of money to this amazing foundation, it will be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, anything helps. It's it's a fight that everybody is a dog in this race, if that makes sense. And nothing's too little. Everything helps. Well, Tierney is going to take off for second as we get back to the action of the baseball game here. He ended up walking from Raymond and then now stole second. So another stolen base early on. But just wanted to say thank you for allowing us to kind of shine a spotlight on something that means a lot to us. Yes. In our community over there at Full Sail, as that one's fouled back. So it'll be 1-2 on number 14, Matthew Stubbs out of Seminole. And he is committed to Warner University. Raymond looking back at second. Throw to the plate now is grounded towards second. That will advance the runner to third, but they will get the out at first. Play made there by the second baseman, number 4, Diego Diaz. So 2 outs now and a runner on third for Seminole County.
You can't see it on the broadcast, but Diego
sorry, there's
Diaz
1 out. I apologize.
Was on his way to first to go talk to the first baseman, and the height difference between those two is crazy. And that just goes to show it doesn't matter how tall you are. You can be good at baseball, and there's really good things about being both tall or on the shorter end.
Absolutely.
Advantages that it gives you.
I mean, obviously Diego Diaz is a perfect example, but another example is somebody he's kind of a polarizing figure these days,
Don't
I'd say.
say
But Jose Altuve, I knew you didn't want me to say it, Mr. Dodger fan over here, but he is going to go down as one of the greatest second basemen in Major League Baseball history, and there are so many pictures of him next to guys like Aaron Judge and Carlos Stanton. It's like, oh my God, it looks like a toddler, but he's got an MVP award. He's he's going to be a Hall of Famer, which way you look at it. And that's one of the great things about baseball as a sport. Is, great players come in all shapes and sizes.
As much as I hate, or as much as I despise Jose Altuve
you
and
can't choose which
and
word
that whole
he
team
wants to use.
and that whole team, that whole Astros team.
I hate the Astros.
You've got to appreciate greatness while I was there. Jose Altuve is a great baseball player, and he does deserve to be in the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Absolutely. Well, 3 balls and a strike here, and this ball grounded to shortstop, and that will bring a run home. The throw to first is in time, so an RBI ground out by Jackson Turner brings home Tierney, and it's a 2-1 Seminole lead here in the top of the third. And now 2 outs and nobody on, and that will bring up number 19, J-Rel Rivera, out of Seminole, and he is committed to, guess what, Seminole State College, while playing for the Seminole All-Stars. He's a Seminole.
The Seminole Seminoles is going to Seminole State College.
Who would have guessed it?
But this top of the third is going a lot like the top of the second for Seminole County, where they got the leadoff runner on, got him into scoring position with a stolen base, got him to the third with less than 2 outs, and an RBI ground out brings home a run. So just like that, we see the Warriors, the Seminole Warriors, I guess is their name.
That's why, just kind of a generic name.
Yes.
I've been going back and forth between just Orange and Seminole, but technically, yes, Orange County is the Soldiers and Seminole County is the Warriors.
But it's more important to know which county they're from.
Absolutely.
That's the whole point of this All-Star.
Absolutely. 2-1 from Raymond. Off the end of the bat, fouled off down the right field line. We'll do 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on, a 2-1 game. The pitch is skied, shallow right center. Diaz going out. In comes the center fielder, and making the catch is Gavin Lawless. Or no, excuse me. The center fielder. We'll let you know. We'll let you know who that is when we come back. 2-1, Seminole leads Orange County.
I've always been a baseball fan. I grew up playing ball, and I still love playing today. As I got older, I found out that both of my hips had severe arthritis, and I was facing 2 hip replacements. I've had a fear that I would never be able to play ball again. I looked at Dr. Rust, his interest in sports. I said to myself, that's the man I want to see. Orlando Health turned my life around, enabled me to do what I've always enjoyed most, and that's to get out and play ball.
All right, back here for the bottom of the third inning. It's 1 ball and no strikes to number 14, Pietro Pugliese, out of Winter Park High School and committed to Barry University. New pitcher on the mound for Seminole County is Noah Cruz, out of Lake Howell, and he's committed to Daytona State Christian University. So it's 2-0 on Pugliese here, leading off the third. 2-1, Seminole leads Orange County. And that one spun out towards shortstop. Takes a wicked hop. Nice field by Tierney. Throw to first is in time, 1 away. And even though it may not have looked all that impressive, plays like that where the ball's spinning like crazy like that and bouncing all over the place, really impressive job there by Brody Tierney at shortstop.
We haven't really seen a ground ball that was normal in this game.
No, I think it's some wicked hops.
We've seen a lot of spin. We've seen a lot of hops, especially over there down the third baseline. But a good job recovering by the shortstop, making a strong throw to first in plenty of time.
Well, here's number 24, Gavin Brown out of Timber Creek. He is committed to Hillsborough Community College. And with 1 out, first pitch is check swing. No appeal. They'll say it's ball 1. One-0 pitch from Cruz is up high. 2-0.
After giving up 1 run in the first, Seminole County got through the second unscathed, able to take the lead. Looking for Cruz to keep it going, and their offense has been able to use a bit of small ball to add to get the lead in the first place, to come back from being down 1-0 to tie it and then to take the lead.
They've scored both of their runs on RBI groundouts. The run for Orange County was on an RBI single by Matthew Logan as the 3-0. Swing and a miss, 3-1. He got the green light on 3-0. That's not something. I guess it's an all-star game. That's not something you see a whole lot of, especially in high school.
It's got to be something you can drive on a 3-0 pitch. Even 3-1, you want to keyhole and find something good to hit.
Absolutely, as the 3-1 pitch is swung on and missed again. So 3 balls and 2 strikes now on Gavin Brown.
Looks like those pitches were a little bit high. Gavin Brown. Also, walking's a bit boring, especially in an all-star game. You'll do it for the team in a regular game in your high school.
Well, that ball laced in the air to center field, right at the center fielder, who goes back and makes the grab. And there is 2 gone. Not sure who that was out there. We cannot see the numbers on most of these, and there's a defensive replacement about every half inning, so we do apologize. But nice play out by the center fielder. Sometimes those balls are kind of hard to judge, the ones that you kind of have to back up on that are hit right at you. So 2 gone now, and nobody on as the pitch from Cruz is swung on and missed. New hitter for Orange County, number 16, Elijah Seeley out of East River. And he's committed to the University of West Florida.
Looks like Elijah Seeley is the only East River player to be on this Orange County All-Star team, so good for him to stand out. And will keep his baseball career going, like you said, going to University of West Florida when he's done at East River.
Well, swing and a miss, 1-2-3, final out there in a 1-2-3 inning for Noah Cruz. We will go to the top of the 4th inning. It's 2-1 Seminole leading Orange County in the Cure All-Star Baseball game.
I've always been a baseball fan. I grew up playing ball, and I still love playing today. As I got older, I found out that both of my hips had severe arthritis, and I was facing 2 hip replacements. I've had a fear that I would never be able to play ball again. I looked at Dr. Rust, his interest in sports. I said to myself, that's the man I want to see. Orlando Health turned my life around, enabled me to do what I've always enjoyed most, and that's to get out and play ball.
Sports Nation. Unleash the champion within.
Back here on Varsity Sports Nation from Sanford Memorial Stadium, it's the Cure All-Star Baseball game, and we'll pick up here in the top of the fourth inning with the Seminole Warriors leading the Orange Soldiers 2-1. New pitcher in the game for Orange County is Genuel Velasquez out of Timber Creek. He is committed to Tuskegee University, and the first pitch is down low for ball one, and this is
number 17 at the plate, Elijah Wilkerson.
Elijah Wilkerson grounds that one to shortstop, fielded cleanly. Throw to first is in time, and there's one away. Nice play there, and that is Diego Diaz moving from second to shortstop in this inning.
Wilkerson will be attending Thomas University after high school, which all these players are seniors. So a quick shout out to all these players for a great high school career, and whether they're going on to play college ball or not, we wish them luck in whichever path they're taking.
Couldn't agree more. As the 0-1 to Isaiah Walken is swung on and missed, it's 0-2. Walken out of Lake Howell, and he is committed to Albany State University. And now a little meeting on the mound between the home plate umpire and Vasquez. Don't usually see that in all-star games. Oh, 2 to Walken with one out and nobody on. Oh, little Johnny Cueto. Here's the pitch. And a called strike three. He throws him on the outside edge.
Walken smiling as he going back to the dugout. But that's exactly, Johnny Cueto is a name I always think when you see that hesitation.
Absolutely. And really good job there by Vasquez. He held it for a while. Johnny Cueto would have been proud of that one. And that's going to bring up Orlando Martinez. And back to the top of the order now. Top of the order, top of the roster, whatever you want to call it.
It's the same thing in these kind of games.
Martinez reached on an error in the first inning and then was stranded at second base. And he takes a first pitch breaking ball for a called strike. It's 0-1. A 1 bounces to the plate, even at 1 apiece now.
Also seeing that first base dugout home for the Orange County All-Stars. Number 18, Miguel Acosta, has taken command of the camera. He's taking the photos now down there at the field. Not just a baseball player.
Starting to get into the part of the game where baseball becomes secondary to the having fun. As that ball's lined up the middle for a base hit. So Orlando Martinez with a 2-out single here in the top of the fourth. And that's going to bring up Connor McBratney out of Lake Howell. Once again committed to Daytona Beach Christian University. And I'd be willing to bet dollars to donuts that Martinez is going to take off for second
just
on either the first or second pitch of this at-bat.
I will be in with you on that bet. It's already done it once.
Oh, yeah, they threw over.
Knows it too. Velasquez throwing over as Martinez reached on a walk to lead off the game. Went ahead and stole second base rather easily. Gets a big lead over there, but with the lefty, it's harder to get a good jump. I was
about to say, especially if we just saw his pickup move there. It looked pretty good, but if he has a solid pickup move, it's really hard to get a read on a left-hander.
Staring him down as you're getting your lead as well.
0-1 bounces to the plate. We're even at 1 apiece in the at-bat. Vasquez comes set. 1-1. Grounded to third, high chopper, fielded cleanly. Throw to first is in time, and that will end the inning. So 1 hit, 1 runner left on, and no runs cross the plate. We'll go to the bottom half of the fourth inning. Seminoles still leading Orange County 2-1 here in the Cure All-Star Baseball game.
Unleash the champion within.
Back here in the bottom of the fourth inning, Sanford Memorial Stadium is the location of the Cure All-Star Baseball game here on a beautiful Friday night in Central Florida. Cash Gilbert will lead things off for Orange County, and he will be up against Gavin Lawless out of Lake Mary, committed to Arkansas State, new pitcher for Seminole. And the first pitch to Gilbert is right down Broadway for a called strike, going 1. Gilbert out of Boone High School, and he's committed to Santa Fe Community College, catcher and first baseman by trade. 0-1 is bounced to the plate. A ball and a strike now. Will Barbera and Porter Kelly here on the call. Once again, thank you for spending part of your Friday evening here with us at the historic Sanford Memorial Stadium. And, of course, you're watching on Varsity Sports Nation. Don't you forget it. 1-1 is fouled off down the right field line. It'll be 1-2.
There's no place I'd rather be, Will. It's great weather out here. And now that I see it, I've never been to Sanford Memorial Stadium before today. I understand why a team would put their whole team in the outfield. It's a very big outfield.
It's a big outfield. It is, yeah.
So it's a strategy.
We'll see if they decide to do that again. That was, like I said, that was one of the funniest and coolest things I've ever seen on a baseball field. The entire dugout emptied into the outfield in the 9th inning of the game between Lake County and Volusia County on Wednesday. So the 2-2 is fouled back to the screen by Gilbert. We'll do it one more time.
And you said they were playing that game where if it drops in the outfield, it's an automatic home run?
It was 7-3, and his name was Andrew Zager, or Ethan Zager, I believe. Hit a pop-up to left, and it actually fell and hit the grass in between all the 25 outfielders that were in the outfield, and they gave him a solo homer for it. So it was a 7-4 game after that. And that was the only ball that I saw hit the grass in the outfield, so I'm not sure if it was confirmed that any ball that hit the grass was going to be a home run. But as Gilbert ends up drawing a walk there, so a leadoff base runner, and he takes a big turn around first.
First base coach getting in the way a little bit there.
Turn. Well, that's going to bring out number 28, Cameron Pennick out of Apopka, and he's committed to Ave Maria University.
I'll tell you what, Will. If I was the pitcher of that inning and I had over 20 teammates in the outfield and it still dropped in, I would not want that to count against my
hard
ERA.
Ground ball off the glove of the first baseman. Now ricocheting towards second, and it is bobbled again. And I'm thinking that's got to be a base hit. It was hit so hard, kicked off the glove of the Seminole first baseman, Ben Thayer. And then Connor McBratney, the second baseman, also could not corral it. So Gilbert advances to second and Pennick on first. So runners on first and second, still nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth.
Well, McBratney made a good effort trying to back up the play, was in the right spot, but I think even if he fielded it off the ricochet cleanly, I don't think he would have got the out at first. But that puts 2 on with nobody out here for Orange County, trailing by 1, tying run in scoring position, Will.
I believe this is Chris Pedrinen out of Dr. Phillips in the batter's box. And it is, as he fouls that one back to the screen, 1-1. He is undecided, but a first baseman and an outfielder by trade. And big opportunity here for Orange County to tie this game up or potentially even take the lead. Runners on first and second, nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth, down by just a run.
Now, this is a prime position to bunt, but in an all-star game, if the coach told me to bunt, I'm pretending I don't see that signal.
Yeah, stick that in your pipe and smoke it. No shot.
With 2 strikes on him anyways now.
Yeah, no, you're swinging
Definitely
away. A ball and 2 strikes on Pedrinen. Here's the pitch. Up high, 2-2 now. So the leadoff walk to Gilbert, and then the seeing eye single by Pennick. And that brings Pedrinen to the plate. Up high, and he's worked it full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Lawless struggling to find the strike zone here.
He's one wild pitch away from the bases loaded and nobody out. Got to bear down and try to get at least 1 out here. If not, can even get a ground ball.
The payoff pitch. inside, ball 4. So Lawless has walked. Well,
Will.
technically not walked to the bases loaded, but
Do you see what's happening now?
I do.
See some phones out there.
We do see some phones entering the ball game on the base paths. It looks like Cameron Pennick on second has his phone out.
He took a selfie out there with the shortstop.
And it sure looks like Cash Gilbert on third has his out as well. So here, I believe this is Diego Diaz. No, I'm sorry. This is Brady Reinert out of Wekiva, excuse me. I keep doing that. My apologies to the good people of Wekiva. 1-0. Popped up. It'll get out of play. So it'll be 1-1. And I hope that was the roof and not a car. But a big bang here heard outside the press box.
What are they doing with their phones on the base paths besides taking selfies with the enemies?
Live streaming, obviously.
Live streaming.
I thought you were supposed to be up on the trends of today, Porter.
I try to stay in the moment. Not go on my phone. Not use social media.
I hate you so much right now. And Reinert is rung up, and a big first out there from Lawless with the bases loaded. He bent that curveball right on the outer edge. Beautiful pitch, Porter.
Yes, in a situation like that, when you get 2 strikes, you're thinking strikeout all the way. To get that one out, now you're looking for either a strikeout or a double play to get you out of the inning without allowing a run.
Well, here's Ryan Pica out of Dr. Phillips, and he is committed to UConn Avery Point. A 1. And on the outer edge, it's 0-2. I'd have to imagine we'll see Pica pitch at some point in this game. I called the game between Dr. Phillips and Apopka in a Florida League tournament a couple months ago, and Pica had 7 strikeouts in 5 innings, and that one gets by the catcher. Here comes Gilbert for the plate, and we are tied. Wild pitch by Lawless allows Cash Gilbert to score, and Orange County has tied it here in the 4th. Both Pennick and Pedrinen advance. So with 1 out, 2 runners remain in scoring position for Pica.
That's got to be prime footage from Gilbert with his phone out, live streaming him stealing home there on the wild pitch.
I'm honestly glad more than anything else he didn't damage his phone. He slid head first into home plate with his phone in his hand.
No regard for the phone. Might just be a little dirty, but it should be all right.
2-2. Inside, Pike has worked it full, 3-2. Yeah, well, what I'd be worried about is all the dirt getting into your like speakers and your charging port and everything. Yeah, you better have what were those cases called? The all protective cases. Pike had grounded towards second, and it gets underneath the glove of McBrantney into right field. 1 run will score. The throw to the plate is offline. And Pica takes a big turn around second and stops there. Ryan Pica with a 2-run single to right, and it gives Orange County a 4-2 lead. That's big time, Porter.
Can we get this footage? All three runners with their phones out have come around to score. It's got to be premium content.
Right I mean, you can't ask for better content. Here is Genuel Velasquez, who pitched the last inning for Orange County. 1 out, Pica on second, and he swings at the first pitch, pops it up, foul, and it'll go out of play down that left field line, 0-1.
What were we talking about before all that?
I don't remember.
For all that stuff,
we
rudely interrupted us.
Yeah, before the action rudely interrupted our conversation. I don't remember what we were talking about.
Were we talking about otter boxes? The ones that protect
otter boxes, yes. That is exactly what we were talking about. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I couldn't remember. I was going to say, I was saying that Pennick needed one of those all-protective cases on his phone, and I couldn't think of what the name of it was, and thank you, that it is an otter box. I haven't seen one of those in ages at this point, but
I'd be great at general trivia.
You weren't great at Star Wars trivia the other night, I'll tell you that.
0-2,
lofted in the air to left center field, and moving over and making the catch, almost reaching behind him. is the Seminole left fielder to retire Velasquez and keep Pica put on second base. So it's not as easy to catch some of those fly balls on the run as you might think, Porter.
The sun is still out. Luckily for the left fielder, it's shining on the left side of the field, so it doesn't really affect him on that kind of play. But a ball at right center or right field could see the sun play a factor.
Absolutely. Well, here is Tyler Spade. Pitched an inning earlier, but he spent most of the day playing first base for Orange County, as that one is outside, 1-0. Orange County came into this inning with a 2-1 deficit, and they've put up 3 in the inning, as there goes Pica for third. Swing and a miss, throw down to third, and it nearly gets by the third baseman, but he actually keeps it close, and that'll keep Pica at third, as Anthony Raymond at third, or excuse me.
That's Jackson Leonard.
Thank you.
Yes.
Jackson Leonard
Don't
at
worry,
third.
I did that same thing earlier.
You did.
But it was a good play. If that gets by him any farther, could see another run on the board. But it's been interesting to see the 2 different ways that these 2 all-star teams have scored. A lot of small ball from Seminole gave them that 2-1 lead. But it's really been hitting with runners in scoring position, for Orange County to put up this 3 spot in the bottom of the 4th.
Absolutely, as the 2-1 from Spade is fouled off of the catcher to even it to apiece. Miguel Ramos out of Montverde Academy in the on-deck circle, if we make it that far. Two from Lawless. Outside, Spades worked it full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. This has been a long inning for Lawless. He struggled with command of both his fastball and his breaking pitches in this inning, which has been a factor in the 3 spot. And that one's low, so Spade walks. And that extends the inning. Runners at the corners with 2 outs, and here is Miguel Ramos. Montverde Academy. I'm sorry. That's, again, Seminole State. Porter and I keep doing this. This is Dylan Malave out of Winter Park.
Should keep a tally. I'm winning now.
You've
done it twice. I've only done it once. But yes, like you said about Lawless, been a longer inning. He had the bases loaded with nobody out. You thought after that strikeout he might have been able to build some momentum, but the wild pitch and then the 2-run single is really blown
There
this
goes
out.
Spade for second. The throw is there. Is the tag there? They'll throw back behind Pica. That's no good. And they're going to say no, the tag was not there at second. So a stolen base for Spade. I don't know about you, Porter. It looked like that throw and tag was right there. It was pretty bang.
It was right there. It was a great tag, but it might have been the long legs of Tyler Spade that gave him his 2nd stolen base of the game. Review was a little bit blocked by the shortstop, but it did look like a close play. But I think even the shortstop, that's number 13 out there, Bodie Tierney, was trying to get another out there at third. I think he realized the call was going to be safe.
Well, fouled back there by Malave. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position. 2-run game here in the bottom of the 4th. The pitch. Fouled back. We'll do 2-2 one more time.
It's got to be getting hot out there on the mound for Lawless. Pretty warm night here in Sanford. He's been out there the longest out of any pitcher. He just needs to bear down, make one more good pitch, and he won't have to worry about pitching next inning. So it's really just one more pitch, getting one more out, whether it's a strikeout or a ball put in play. Get back into that dugout and let your team go get those runs back.
Well, Malave draws the walk. Back-to-back walks to Spade and Malave, and Lawless continuing to struggle here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And now it'll be Diego Diaz with 2 outs and the bases juiced. And I believe Tyler Spade on second has his phone out as well. So seems to be Orange County starting the fun here in the bottom of the 4th. And when you're having an inning like this, it's hard to blame him.
Yes, having that fun at the expense of Lawless out here. But once again, just one pitch away from getting out of this inning. And only being down 2 runs with over half the game still remaining, it's not a terrible spot to be in.
1-0 to Diaz out of Dr. Phillips. Up high, 2-0. Him and Malave are both committed to CCBC Catonsville, even though Diaz goes to Dr. Phillips and Malave to Winter Park. So they will be their teammates today, and they'll be teammates next year when they go start their college career. That's pretty cool.
Batting one after another. Ball in the gap. Could see an early glimpse of what they could be at CCBC Catonsville. Potentially bringing Malave home, especially with this big outfield here at Sanford Memorial Stadium.
All it's got to do is go to the wall, and we could see the bases cleared as Diaz fouls that one back to even it at 2 apiece. Nico Pozluzny in the on-deck circle for Orange County. 2-2. Outside, and this one gets away, and the catcher can't find it. Pica will score, and that extends the lead to 5-2. Second run scored this inning on a wild pitch by Lawless. And it's 5-2 Orange County. Both runners do advance into scoring position as well. And it's now a full count to Diaz.
That one looked to be a breaking ball that you want to start that towards the edge, the outer edge of the plate, but that one just started in the other's batter's box. It's really tough for the catcher to be able to get to that and keep it in front. It's the second time we've seen that today from Lawless, like you said, as Orange County, the Soldiers, increased their lead to 3.
I think it's funny. He keeps referencing the scoreboard to make sure he's saying the Warriors or the Soldiers correctly. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And a called strike 3 on the outer edge. Lawless finally getting out of the jam, but not before the damage done. A 4 spot for Orange County gives them a 5-2 lead as we head to the 5th inning here in the 2026 Cure All-Star Baseball game.
I've always been a baseball fan. I grew up playing ball, and I still love playing today. As I got older, I found out that both of my hips had severe arthritis, and I was facing 2 hip replacements. I've had a fear that I would never be able to play ball again. I looked at Dr. Rust, his interest in sports. I said to myself, that's the man I want to see. Orlando Health turned my life around, enabled me to do what I've always enjoyed most, and that's to get out and play ball.
Varsity Sports Nation. Unleash the champion within.
Back here for the 5th inning from historic Sanford Memorial Stadium. And it is the Cure All-Star Baseball game, this one between Orange County and Seminole County. And you're watching it, of course, on Varsity Sports Nation. And like I said earlier, you better not forget about it as we get ready for the 5th inning. And Porter, you know, last time Seminole came up to bat, had a 2-1 lead. Now coming back up down by 3 runs. That could be, you know, even in an all-star game where things are a little looser, it could be a little daunting, you know, trying to prove, you know, that you belong in the all-star game when you have a deficit and stuff like that. What do you think's going through some of these Seminole players' heads right now as they try and work against, excuse me, this is, oh, I just had it. Jometh Morales out of
Yes,
Colonial. I
Jometh
apologize.
Morales, but, I don't – it is the all-star setting and the all-star sort of vibe. I don't think it's eaten out of too much. Obviously, the competitor in them will want to win. And they've been using small ball to win, but if you have the bigger the deficit gets, the less effective small ball will be because it's more of a scoring one run at a time mentality. Finding themselves down 3 now, we may need to see them use a bit of their power.
Well, Julian Smith is a good guy for that. He'll lead things off out of Lake Brantley and committed to Albany State, as well as his teammate in this game, Isaiah Walken, out of Lake Howell. They're both committed to Albany State as this one is reached and grounded up the middle, going over and making the play, and the throw to first is not in time. As Pozluzny's throw was not there in time, it's a leadoff infield single for Smith. And after giving up that 4 spot in the bottom of the 4th, the leadoff base runner bodes well for Seminole County.
So it was a great dig over there at first base by Gavin Brown, number 24. With the leadoff runner on, we could see it is still early enough to where small ball can work. We're still just at the top of the 5th. So we could see this runner in motion once again here with 0 outs. And for Seminole, getting him into scoring position could lead to cutting into this Orange County lead.
Well, here is Ethan Farrington, as it's 0-1 to him quickly. Smith taking his lead off of first. That one's outside. 1-1. One to Farrington out of Lyman, currently undecided. That ball hit high and deep to left field. Reinert going back, still going back to the track, and it is off the base of the wall. And it's nothing but a loud single. Smith only gets to second as he could not tell if Reinert was going to make the catch. And Farrington really close to leaving the yard there. And back-to-back singles by Smith and Farrington. And now Seminole County with runners on first and second and nobody out.
Back-to-back singles, but couldn't have been more different ways to get their single. Farrington to deep left field, but really seemed like Julian Smith needed to get a bigger lead off of first base just in case that dropped to where he could have made it all the way to second base, and even if it was caught, would have no chance of being thrown out back at first. So I think he needed a bigger lead. Would have led to probably 2 runners in scoring position here with with no outs.
It's actually a big break for Orange County in a game like this that they ended up in. Now here comes Acosta out. I guess there was a ball on the field, so they get the loose ball. Brody Chalice of Oviedo in the batter's box, trying to keep this going here with nobody out in the 5th. Seminole County down by 3. There goes the runner for third. Pitches inside, throw down to third is not in time, and now the runner goes and takes second. A perfectly executed double steal. And, well, I guess that makes up for the base running blunder on the long fly ball by Farrington. So no double play in order now for Chalice. 2 runners in scoring position. 2-0 is inside, so it's 3-0 now on Brody Chalice.
There's a base open over there now at first base after the double steal, which puts them in the position they probably should have been anyways. But we'll move on from that.
And 3-0 is right down the middle, so 3 balls and a strike.
If the bases were to be loaded, Morales would be in the same situation that Seminole was just last half inning, where Orange County put up 4 runs.
3-1, and it's tapped foul, so Chalice has worked it full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Jackson Leonard of Lake Brantley in the on-deck circle for Seminole County. (3-2). Hard ground ball to first, and racing to the bag and making the play is number 24, the Orange County first baseman, Gavin Brown. A run does come in, so it's an RBI ground out for Brody Chalice, and it is now a 5-3 ball game with one out and a runner on third.
It's a great job by Morales. Falling behind 3-0 with the first base open would have been easy to just walk the guy, get force outs everywhere. But he battled back, got it to 3-2, and then it was a good job by Seminole County's all-star Brody Chalice to bring home a run, even if he sacrificed himself in the process. And now the infield being in with the runner on third and one out, trying to, if they get a hard ground ball to them, trying to make sure that Ethan Farrington can't score.
Line drive right back up the middle. Playing in won't matter on that one. RBI single for Jackson Leonard, and it's a one-run game all of a sudden. Laced right back up the middle. Really nice piece of hitting there, Porter. And all of a sudden, coming into this inning with a 3-run deficit, they've cut it to 1.
And that's the first RBI hit that we've seen the Warriors, the Seminole Warriors, have. All 3 of their runs prior to that one scoring have been on RBI groundouts.
That's correct.
And that one was, even if the infield wasn't in, that one was a shot right back up to the middle. No chance to make a play on that. So a nice piece of hitting there by Jackson Leonard. Well, here is Elijah Dyer, who pitched an inning earlier in this one. He takes a first pitch ball, 1-0. So they'll bat with one out and a runner on first. 1-run game now. The pitch. Just off the plate, 2-0. From Jomith Morales. Tying run now over there at first base is Jackson Leonard. See if he gets on the move. Doesn't have a huge lead over there at first base, though.
Elijah Dyer laces that one foul just to the right of his teammate, number 12, Chase Negron, who's in the on-deck circle. That was a close one, and it's the first strike of the at-bat. 2 balls and a strike now on Dyer. Pitch from Morales. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Hefty hack there by Dyer.
A good lefty hack there by Dyer. Maybe pulled his head off it a little bit, trying to drive that one. It's a good off-speed pitch. Got him off balance there by Morales.
2-2. Fouled back. We'll do it one more time. That's over in the area of my car. I don't have view of it, so we'll trust that it avoided the old lady. I'm referring to my car as an old lady, not an actual old lady, for anybody just joining the broadcast.
That would have been a weird time to just join.
It would have been. 2-2. Inside, Dyer's worked it full. 3 balls and 2 strikes now.
For that big hack from Dyer on the 2-1 pitch, couple good. Well, the first one was good job protecting with 2 strikes. Got a piece of it. Maybe hit Will's car. We'll see. And then taking that pitch in the dirt.
Well, that ball hit the other way and hit well. Reinert on the run. Will it stay fair? No, it hooks foul. And it would have probably tied the game. Leonard was on his horse running on contact, and it just hooked foul at the last second. Too much topspin. But we'll do 3 balls and 2 strikes on Elijah Dyer one more time, and that'll get your adrenaline pumping here, Porter.
No, I talked about at the beginning of the inning that Seminole needs to find their power here soon, down 3 runs. They found it here with Farrington's single. I guess that doesn't sound like he found his power a whole bunch, but all the way to the wall.
Well, Dyer, a great at-bat there against Morales, able to work the walk. Up to second goes Leonard. So now runners on first and second, still with just 1 out. And here is Chase Negron of Oviedo. He has an RBI ground out. So he's 0 for 1. Swings and misses at the first pitch. It's 0-1. Leonard off of second. And Dyer off of first. Morales is 0-1. On the inside corner, it's 0-2.
Great job by Morales after giving up that tough walk to Dyer where he had him at 2-2. Good job bouncing back here, getting ahead of Negron, 0-2.
And strike him out swinging. And a big out there by Jomuth Morales for the second out here in the fifth. And that is going to bring up Ben Thayer, the first baseman of Lake Mary, with 2 outs and runners on first and second. He could be the last chance for Lake Seminole to tie this game this inning. Morales trying to get out of it after giving up 2 runs as that one clips the outer edge. It's 0-1. But it would be big for Orange County if Morales can get out of this inning, maintaining the Orange County lead.
We saw Orange County get their bats going. They have some momentum there at the plate. So keeping the lead would be big for Morales.
Hard ground ball to third, and it eats up the third baseman into left field. Around third is Leonard headed for the plate. The throw is up the line. It's a RBI single. They're going to catch Thayer in between first and second, but this game is tied. Thayer now waving the runner to the plate. They'll throw back to third, and the ball gets away, and everyone is safe. Somehow Seminole County gets out of that without an out. It's an RBI single by Ben Thayer, and just like that, we're tied at 5 here in the 5th inning. My goodness.
Yeah, Thayer was on that throw up the line, was hoping it got away from the Orange County catcher, Cash Gilbert, number 29. He did a good job of keeping it in front and realizing that Thayer's off the bag. Went to chase him down a little bit. He was more in no man's land than the man on third base for Seminole County. So I think he should have just stuck on Thayer there for at least a while longer, unless the guy on third base was really pushing it home.
Well, now it's big for Seminole County as Alexander Drake steps in. He's up for 1. He grounded out to shortstop. But this is big now because it keeps the inning going, and now a base hit could give Seminole County a 2-run lead if Thayer's able to score from first. If the catcher had stayed with Thayer in between first and second, we're out of the inning in a tie ball game. But now Seminole County with a chance to do even more damage because of the blunder defensively.
Yes, Thayer was a sure out over there. The only problem was Elijah Dyer over there at third base, potentially running home and bringing home that go-ahead run. So I understood the thought process where you can't allow Dyer to go score, but also you need to get that out, whether it's Thayer or baiting Dyer into going home and then making a strong throw.
Well, it's 1-2 on Alexander Drake here. 2 runners in scoring position. The pitch swung on and a foul tip hung on to by Gilbert. That will end the inning. But a 3-spot of Seminole County's own here in the top of the 5th, and we are tied at 5. We'll go to the bottom half of the 5th, and a tie game in the Cure All-Star Baseball game between Seminole County and Orange County.
I've always been a baseball fan. I grew up playing ball, and I still love playing today. As I got older, I found out that both of my hips had severe arthritis, and I was facing 2 hip replacements. I've had a fear that I would never be able to play ball again. I looked at Dr. Rust, his interest in sports. I said to myself, that's the man I want to see. Orlando Health turned my life around, enabled me to do what I've always enjoyed most, and that's to get out and play ball.
Varsity Sports Nation. Unleash the champion within.
Back here in the bottom of the fifth inning, deadlocked at 5. And if you guys have missed the last inning and a half, you've missed a lot. It was a 2-1 Seminole County lead. Orange County then put up a 4 spot in the bottom of the fourth to take a 5-2 lead before Seminole County came roaring back with a 3 spot of their own, and that's how we got where we are. Deadlocked at 5, and the first pitch to Miguel Acosta drills him, and he will take first base. So second time he's reached base, and we hope he's okay as he kind of gingerly walks up the line.
So it was a breaking ball from Jackson Turner that just didn't break far enough. Started too far in. Didn't have enough break to not clip Acosta, and he's walking it off over there on the first base line. Definitely not in an all-star game. Do you ever want to see someone in
No, of course not. You never want to see it, period, but especially not in an all-star game. As we didn't mention, this is Jackson Turner on the mound for Seminole County of Lake Howell, and he is committed to Montreat College.
So, a pinch runner there for Acosta.
Well, you don't like to see that. Hopefully he is okay. Hopefully that's just precautionary.
Yes. It's number 25, Genuel Velazquez.
So Genuel Velazquez on first with nobody out, and here is Nico Pozlesny. Velazquez running on the first pitch, and he's out by a mile. My goodness. Well, that's one way to get the first out of the inning.
Straight off the bench, Velazquez, first pitch was running.
He had that ball for long enough that he could have ran to tag Velazquez out in between the bag. What a strong throw.
It was a perfect throw, yes, by J-Rel Rivera, number 19 behind the plate. And, it really put Orlando Martinez, the second baseman, in the perfect spot. He didn't even have to move his glove to tap.
It was kind of like, come on, I'm waiting for you. Like he had it for quite a bit. As the 1-1 from Turner bounces, it'll be 2-1 on Pozlesny.
We've seen a lot of stolen bases in this game. I believe that's the first one caught stealing.
I agree. It absolutely is the first caught stealing. But we've seen close to 10 stolen bags already between these two teams, and that one's on the outer edge. So 2-2 now on Pozlesny. Matthew Logan, who has an RBI single in his first at-bat in the on-deck circle for Orange County. 2-2. Bounces. It'll be 3-2 on Pozlesny. The payoff pitch from Jackson Turner. Bounces again, and it's a walk. So a one-out base runner, and had it not been for the caught stealing by Morales, we could have runners on first and second here for Logan, who, like I said, 1 for 1, got the scoring started in this one in the bottom of the first with an RBI single. So he'll bat with 1 out and Pozlesny on first against Turner. First pitch, bounces again, and it gets away. The runner takes off for second, and there will be no throw.
Pozlesny was still putting on his hand guard, his running guard wasn't really prepared.
No,
it was a second, but
it was delayed. If it wasn't for the kind of way it kept the topspin of where the ball hit his glove, just kept kicking away from him. If he had kept it close, I think we might have seen a play at second. But now an RBI opportunity for Logan. Bounces in the dirt again. Turner struggling to locate these pitches so far. He's missing low quite a bit.
Yes, and if it weren't for his catcher, J-Rel Rivera, there'd be 2 on now.
As Logan swings through that one, Turner making his way back into the at-bat. 2 balls and a strike now.
But as a pitcher, that's got to be one of the best feelings. You make a mistake and you put a runner on by hitting him just for him to get gunned down by your catcher. It really takes some stress off of your shoulders.
Well, there goes Pozlesny for third. Now the throw by Rivera goes into the outfield. And good job by the left fielder to back it up. Pozlesny stays put. And now with 1 out, a fly ball will give Orange County another lead from Logan.
I think if Pozlesny didn't have such a hard head-first slide into third base, if he was able to do a feet-first slide, he would be able to pop up easily and be able to come home. But hard slide. Going head first, it's always going to be harder to get up. And I think it was overall, at the end of the day, a good decision not to test the arm of the left fielder.
Well, Logan was trying to hit that one over the building in right center field, swung through it. So it'll be 3 balls and 2 strikes here with 1 out and a runner on third. Deadlocked at 5 in the Cure All-Star Baseball game. The payoff pitch. Inside, ball 4, Logan draws the walk. Runners at the corners now with 1 out. And it will be Ty Livingston from Apopka. With runners at the corners and 1 out. And you'd have to imagine that Seminole County will be playing to turn an inning-ending double play here up the middle.
Yes, their infield was in against Logan there once Pozolesny got to third to try and cut him down on a hard ground ball. But now with a double play situation, the middle of the infield is in there.
There he goes, and it's laced into left center field, way over the head of the center fielder, and it's going to roll all the way to the wall. That ought to score 2. All around second, heading for third. The throw is cut off. It's a 2-run triple for Ty Livingston, and Orange County retakes the lead 7-5. How about that, Porter?
It's the first at-bat of Ty Livingston of this game, and he jumps on the first pitch. With Matthew Logan going, you figured maybe he would take a pitch, try to get 2 runners in scoring position with just 1 out, but he found a pitch he liked. With the outfield seemed to be in a little bit, he was able to get it over the head of the center fielder and then just run for days.
Well, now with 1 out and a runner on third, here's Pietro Pugliese, and he did go around, says the home plate umpire, so it's 0-1. Pugliese is 0 for 1. He grounded out to first. And a chance to extend the lead even further here as that one's inside, and it gets by the catcher, and here comes Livingston. He'll score easily. That's the 3rd run Seminole County is allowed on a wild pitch in this game. And it is now a 3-run lead for Orange County. They lead at 8-5.
It's one way to bounce back from giving up 3 in the top of the 5th, coming right back with 3 of your own in the bottom half, just 1 out. And they've scored 7 runs in the past 4 outs.
Absolutely crazy. And that's what makes games like this, events like this, so much fun. Lots of high-flying action as the 3-1 is just low, and it's a walk to Pugliese.
Just over halfway through this one, there's already been 2 more runs scored than the first game of this Cura All-Stars baseball series between Volusia and Lake.
That's true. It was a 7-4 finish between Lake and Volusia County on Wednesday, and already 8-5 here in the bottom of the 5th inning between Orange County and Seminole County. 1 out and a runner on, and the first pitch to Gavin Brown is outside. Brown out of Timber Creek and committed to Hillsborough Community College. Jez Hamrick in the on-deck circle for Orange County. And high and outside. Couldn't tell if that was a pitch out. The catcher rose when the pitch was on its way to the plate. Couldn't tell if Seminole County was counting on Pugliese taking off there. 2-0, and there he goes. Throw down to second base, and it is not in time as the hop to second was just a little too high for Martinez to get that tag down on Pugliese. And the pitch was low, so it's 3-0 now on Brown. And now with 1 out, another runner in scoring position for Orange County.
We've seen that play a couple of times where it's a good, strong throw by the catcher. Just comes up a little short, which allows the hop to go higher and takes more time for the tagger to get his glove down.
Well, another walk here issued by Turner as Brown will take first. So once again, a rough couple innings here for the Seminole County pitchers. And here is Jez Hamrick with runners on first and second and 1 out.
Jackson Turner has just kind of been all over the place on the mound. At the beginning, it was a lot of pitches in the dirt. Recently, it's been pitches away and up. Just needs to find that strike zone, and even if they put the ball in play, let your defense, your all-star defense, make the plays.
Well, it's been kind of a tale of two pitchers who have not been able to find the strike zone for Seminole County in the last 2 innings. Gavin Lawless last inning, really missing high and away, not able to locate his pitches, but continuing to miss high and away. And here, to your point, Jackson Turner continuing to miss low as he continues to bounce balls to the plate. Didn't there. Nice pitch there for strike one on Hamrick. But, yeah, just two guys who have not been able to find the strike zone, and it's led to a lot of offensive output for Orange County. Outside again, 2-1 now.
And with runners on second and first, he could just be one pitch away from getting out of this inning. He just needs to pitch to contact at this point. If you get a ground ball, there's a chance to turn two and get you out of this inning.
And does catch the outer edge there, so it's 2-2 now on Hamrick. Pugliese off of second, Brown off of first, the 2-2. And a called strike three at the knees. And a big second out there for Turner as he gets Hamrick looking. And now here is Brady Reinert with 2 outs and runners on first and second. And Turner just 1 out away now. I apologize. Go ahead.
Oh, no. It looked like Turner just found that outer half against the righty batter. All 3 of those pitches that were called strikes were on that outer half, much to the dismay of just Hamrick. But if you can get the calls, it's a good job realizing that by Turner and continuing to go to that spot.
Yeah, Hamrick didn't look too happy with the call on the strike 3, but in an all-star game, you don't see too many ejections in all-star games anywhere, so 2-0. Turner just an out away from getting out of this inning as it's outside 3-0 now on Reinert.
Looks like he's trying to find that spot again, just missing a little too far outside, which is what we saw to much of the previous hitters in front of Hamrick.
And a 4-pitch walk, so Turner.
Oh, that was a called strike.
Oh, he called strike.
Late called strike.
And Reinert had already tossed the bat toward the Orange County dugout. He'll get back in there. 3 balls and a strike now. This umpire is a very delayed strike call as that one's popped foul. So now it's 3-2.
Runners will be on the move from second and first now with the full count and 2 outs. Big RBI spot here for Reinert.
3-2. Both runners take off. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Turner gets the last 2 outs of the inning by way of the K, but 2 runners left in scoring position. But the damage is done. Another 3 spot for Orange County. They now lead it 8-5 as we go to the 6th.
Unleash the champion within.
And we're back here in the top of the sixth inning. It's 8-5. The Orange County Soldiers lead the Seminole County Warriors. In the top of the sixth inning, new pitcher on the mound for Orange County. It's number 10, Miles Gottlieb out of Winter Park, and he is committed to Florida State University, one of the bigger commits on either roster of this event. And he will face off against Bodie Tierney, number 13, and the first pitch to Tierney is in there for a called strike, going 1. A 1 pitch. Just below the zone there, it's 1-1. Tierney does not have a hit in this game so far. 1-1. Check swing, and they say he went around. So it's a ball and 2 strikes now on Bodie Tierney.
We've seen both pitches already from Gottlieb. Both of the strikes were fastballs. He went to that off speed and that 0-1 count that was just low. We'll look to see if he goes back to it here.
And a called strike 3 right down the middle. Gottlieb's first out is by way of the K, and 1 out here, and that will bring Matthew Stubbs of Seminole to the plate. And he'll bat with 1 out and nobody on.
Well, he definitely did not go back to the off speed. That one was straight gas down the middle. Really froze the hitter. Gottlieb made quick work of the leadoff hitter.
First pitch swinging, dribbled back to the mound. Gottlieb throw to first is in time. And after a quick strikeout, he gets a 1-pitch grounder right back to him. And there are quickly 2 outs here in the 6th inning.
In a game where we've seen, or in the last 2 innings, where we've seen 10 runs combined scored between these 2 teams. Miles Gottlieb is making it look real easy, just 5 pitches to get 2 outs.
Well, he'll bat with 2 outs, and here is Jackson Turner, who gave up that 3 spot to give Orange County that lead last inning on the mound. He'll bat with 2 outs and nobody on here against the FSU commit, as that one's in there for a called strike, going 1. A 1 pitch. In the dirt. 1-1 the count now.
They're giving up those 3 runs in the bottom of the 5th. I'm sure Turner would have liked to come up here with a couple runners on, try to make up for that. But instead, he'll look to start a 2-out rally.
I was about to say, it's all cool as long as he gets on, and then the guys after him in the lineup follow suit. But can't control what happens before you in the lineup. You can only control what happens when you're at the box. 2-1. Outside, 3 balls and a strike now on Turner.
They're setting down the first 2 batters in just 5 pitches. He falls behind Turner here, 3-1. And a big hitter's count here. I'm sure Turner, if he gets one he likes, will swing out of his shoes.
It's what you're supposed to do in a 3-1 count,
is.
especially in an all-star game. You better be swinging for the fences 3-1.
If you have a good enough eye to get to 3-1, you should be rewarded with a big hack.
3-1 on the way. And a called strike on the inside edge. Turner didn't like it. But counts now full, 3-2.
That's the same edge that the umpire has been calling, mostly to right-handed hitters, this time inside to the lefty hitter, but still a strike all the same.
I know it's an all-star game, but the umpires have been consistent tonight, which is always what you want to see. And that's a called strike 3 on the outer edge. And once again, the delayed call surprises us here in the booth. But Miles Gottlieb with a heck of an inning for Orange County. They go down 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Orange County nursing a 3-run lead over Seminole County.
Unleash the champion within.
Bottom of the 6th inning in the Cure All-Star Baseball game between Seminole County and Orange County. It's 8-5, Orange County in the lead. And thanks for spending your Friday, now evening, as the sun starts to set here on Sanford Memorial Stadium, with us on Varsity Sports Nation. Will Barbera and Porter Kelly in the booth on the call. And new pitcher in the game for Seminole County is Bryce Nebrugi from Lyman, as the 1-0 is outside, 2-0. As this is number 17, Anthony Unruh, out of Freedom. His first at-bat of the game.
It's a tough act to follow for Bryce Nebrugi after the 1-2-3 dominant inning we saw from Miles Gottlieb. But you said you've seen him pitch before, and he looked pretty good.
So I called a Florida League tournament that Lyman was in, and the Lyman faced a Popka in that game. Nebrugi started. He took a no-hitter into the 6th inning, and after the 3rd, he had retired 8 of the 9 hitters he faced by way of strikeout. So he's got nasty velocity. As that one is a called strike 3, and you saw – oh, well, okay. He rung him up on strike 2. I was looking at the umpire. That's on the umpire, if you really think about it.
The scoreboard was right, so
yeah.
So shout out.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Umpire had me confused up here.
Seen a few strikeouts, so he's used to calling them.
And now he swings and misses. So Nebrugi was going to get the strikeout one way or the other, but instead of looking, it's swinging, and there's one gone.
Just, one pitch too early. Just jump the gun a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
But I see what you saw in Nebrugi. Saw some nasty off-speed pitches.
Both those
2-1 pitches and 2-2 pitch.
He really impressed me during that game when he was pitching for Lyman. As here is Ethan Rathman out of Olympia. He led off this game, so he's 0 for 1. He swings and misses. It's 0-1. Nebrugi trying to keep the deficit where it is for Seminole County, as that one's fouled off. It's 0-2. But in a game like this, where we've seen a lot of offensive output on both sides of things, especially in the last couple of innings, if you keep it to 3 runs with the 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th all still remaining, obviously you're still very much in this ball game. But it's going to come down to the rest of the pitchers that take the mound for Seminole County. So that one misses. It's now 1-2.
Both Nebrugi and Gottlieb have done a great job of really quieting down these all-star hitters from both sides. Like I said, after 7 runs in the 2 innings prior to this one, we haven't seen really anything from either side. And a called
strike 3 there. Nebrugi up to his usual antics with another strikeout. And there are 2 gone here in the 6th inning. Sorry to interrupt you, Porter.
No, I mean, that was exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah.
So
it worked out pretty well, yeah.
He didn't really interrupt me. That's what I was saying. He's doing a great job, him and Gottlieb, of quieting down these hot offenses and having, 4 strikeouts in the 5 outs they've recorded.
Well, we have another loose ball from the Orange County dugout, and the umpire just tossed it. He said, screw your ball. I don't like it anymore. I've had a couple of loose balls come from the Orange County dugout and interrupt play, so maybe he's just fed up with it.
It's either from the dugout, but there's also some kids playing down that first base line just over the wall.
Velasquez skies that one into left center field. Left fielder, it looked like he didn't have it for quite a sec, but does make the catch. That's Drake in left field. And that will do it. A 1-2-3 inning for Bryce Nebrugi. We go to the 7th. It's 8-5, Orange County.
Varsity Sports Nation. Unleash the champion within.
Top of the 7th inning here from Sanford Memorial Stadium. It is the Cure All-Star Baseball game between Orange County and Seminole County, and you're watching it on Varsity Sports Nation. Will Barbera and Porter Kelly here on the call. New pitcher in the game for Orange County is number 13, Taiki Nakuni, out of Winter Park, and he is committed to Santa Fe College. And leading things off, it looks like it will be number 19, Luis Hernandez, out of Lake Mary. And he is committed to Clemson. Great baseball program. His first pitch is up high, 1-0.
These baseball games are just one of the events that the Orlando Sports Foundation puts on to raise money for cancer research. They also do a bowl game for college football called the Staff DNA Cure Bowl. It's played in Camping World Stadium in Orlando, as well as a Cure All-Star football game, the Strikeout Breast Cancer Bowling event, the 5K Race to Cure, and the annual Cure Cup golf event. All of those go straight to cancer research and are just great events to help raise money for a great cause, Will.
And a called strike 3 there, down goes Hernandez, and there's one away. But I could not agree more. Couldn't have said it better myself. I mean, such a great cause, and this organization does so much to help with that cause. And this is just one example of the ways that they put their mission above their own needs and wants. And I mean, they're able to put on amazing events like this, and it really shows. Can't say enough good things about the Orlando Sports Foundation and everything they do at this event and others.
Like we said, they've raised over $6.5 million through these events.
Just amazing, as Elijah Wilkerson is now down 0-1. He grounded out the shortstop in his first at-bat. He's 0 for 1. Isaiah Walken in the on-deck circle for Seminole County. 0-1. Ooh, and a frame job there by Cash Gilbert. Gets the call from the umpire. It's 0-2. It's one of my favorites. That's something, a part of baseball that's starting to kind of be phased out, and I don't like it. I love when a catcher gets a good frame job and he gets a strike call, and he's kind of got a grin on his face, like, yeah, that's because of me. That wasn't a strike.
We see that mostly in professional ball, especially in the MLB. Obviously, implementing the ABS system into the big leagues. They had it in the minor leagues there for a year or two just to test it out. They've finally moved it up to the big leagues. So, yes, like you said, framing, a bit of a lost art. It still works, just 2 challenges for each team. And framing in the MLB level can still somehow fool a hitter.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
So it's still
especially
there.
Especially a good frame job.
Yes.
I mean, a good frame job fool everybody in the stadium. So that's batted off by Wilkerson, back-to-back foul balls now.
So it's still there, but it's just less prominent as years prior. And
sure.
Obviously, high school doesn't have an ABS system.
Of course not.
In high school, they still want catchers to be really good at framing.
That was the funniest part about on Wednesday. There were a couple of, controversial calls by the home plate umpire as Wilkerson swings through that one for strike 3. 2 gone now as Nakuni has his first strikeout. But there were a couple of helmet taps, in kind of in jest with the home plate umpire. And at one point in the 9th inning, when all of the tomfoolery was going on in the outfield, there was a strike 3 call, and the batter kind of shrugged his shoulders at the umpire, and the umpire yelled audibly for everyone to hear, "Challenge it." And it's all in good fun here at an event like this, as the 0-1 to Walken. On the outside corner, it's quickly 0-2.
But it definitely seems like this strike zone has expanded.
A little bit, for sure, yeah.
Especially in the outer halves. But we've even seen on the inner half, pitchers are getting these calls. And not that these pitchers have been incredible recently, but they are also getting help from the home plate umpire.
Absolutely, yeah. But he's been again. It's okay to have a big strike zone as long as you're consistent.
Yes.
It's the inconsistency I think that is killer. As Walken swings through that one, strike 3. So a 1-2-3 inning for Taiki Nakuni out of Winter Park. And we'll stretch as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Orange County leading Seminole County 8-5 in the Cure All-Star Baseball game.
I've always been a baseball fan. I grew up playing ball, and I still love playing today. As I got older, I found out that both of my hips had severe arthritis, and I was facing 2 hip replacements. I've had a fear that I would never be able to play ball again. I looked at Dr. Rust, his interest in sports. I said to myself, that's the man I want to see. Orlando Health turned my life around, enabled me to do what I've always enjoyed most, and that's to get out and play ball. I've always been a baseball fan. I grew up playing ball, and I still love playing today. As I got older, I found out that both of my hips had severe arthritis, and I was facing 2 hip replacements. I've had a fear that I would never be able to play ball again. I looked at Dr. Rust, his interest in sports. I said to myself, that's the man I want to see. Orlando Health turned my life around, enabled me to do what I've always enjoyed most, and that's to get out and play ball.
Well, we have stretched and we're feeling good here in the bottom of the 7th inning from Sanford Memorial Stadium. And once again, it's the Cure All-Star Baseball game. If you're just joining us, thank you for spending your Friday evening here on Varsity Sports Nation. Will Barbera and Porter Kelly back in action as the first pitch from Jackson Leonard out of Lake Brantley and committed to Lake Sumter State College is on the outer edge for a called strike. Going 1. Cash Gilbert leading things off, the Orange County catcher out of Boone High School. And that is in there again, 0-2 quickly on Gilbert.
Jackson Leonard looking to keep this good streak of pitching going.
Absolutely.
I don't think we've seen a base runner in the last 3 half innings, inning and a half. Leonard we've seen at the plate so far in this game, but our first time getting a glimpse of him on the mound.
Well, that one bouncing to the plate and outside. Nice job by J-Rel Rivera trying to get his body in front of it. Did kick away from him for a sec.
That's just pure passion for blocking there. There's
Absolutely.
no one on base.
1-2. On the hands, grounded to third. Fielded by Martinez. Throw on the run is in time. And a strong throw by Orlando Martinez from third base gives Seminole County their first out here in the 7th. How about that play, Porter?
We've seen Martinez move around the infield today. He's made a tag over there at second base on a stolen base, and that first play was over to him that he was unable to handle. But since then, actually, no, he was the one that hit that play over there to third base.
Yes.
But really showing some versatility and a good job cutting off the shortstop. That's what if third basemen are able to field the ground ball, they have priority over the shortstop because of the momentum. And with his momentum going to first base, made a really strong throw.
Well, you mentioned that missed ball at third base back in the first. That was actually the guy in the batter's box, Miguel Acosta, who missed that ball off the bat of Martinez. He then followed it up with a single and a stolen base and then was hit by a pitch in his last at-bat before being lifted for a pinch runner. And he finds himself down quickly 0-2 here to Leonard with 1 out, nobody on. And a called strike 3 on the outside corner. A 3-pitch strikeout for Jackson Leonard gets Acosta looking, and there are 2 gone here in the bottom of the 7th.
These teams better start realizing they need to protect on those outside pitches. They've been caught looking on those. That yes, they might be a ball, but they've been called strikes all game, so they need to adapt and be able to foul those pitches off. But it's at the same time, it's great to see Acosta back out there after getting hit and needing a pinch run.
Absolutely.
Needing to be pinch run for.
Well, here is Cameron Pennick. He walked and scored in his first at bat. And he's quickly up 1-0 on Leonard.
One of the base runners who had their phones out.
Yeah, it was everybody. It was Pennick, Gilbert, and I can't think of who that last guy was that came up there and had his phone out.
I believe it was either Logan or Brown.
Was it Chris Pedrinen? I believe that's who's on deck. I believe it might have been him.
I believe Pedrinen, it was him, and then either Logan or Brown got on base later.
There have been several that have had, exactly. There was just the one moment where Orange County had the bases juiced, and all three of them had their phones out.
And it was good luck, too. All three of the runners scored.
3-0, and he waved at that one.
Interesting.
That was I'm swinging at whatever this pitch is, 3-0, basically.
I don't blame him. It's the All-Star game. It's his last at-bat. He wants to
3-0,
swing the bat.
yeah, absolutely. You're thinking you're getting a strike, 3-0, so.
Even, I just don't think, I think he may have realized that was a ball and just wanted to swing.
Well, that one's outside, so he does end up getting the walk, and a 2-out base runner now for Orange County. And here comes Chris Pedrinen, who also drew a walk, and then came around to score with his phone in hand.
First base runner we've seen in quite a while. Walk given up by Jackson Leonard, but with 2 outs, still definitely a chance to get out of this, keeping the lead just at 3.
So Pennick off of first, 2 outs, 2 outs, a runner on. First pitch from Leonard to Pedrinen on the outside corner. It's 0-1.
You said the home team in the first game of this Cure All-Stars baseball games was winning going into the bottom of the 9th, but they still played it.
And they did still play the bottom of the 9th, and they gun him down at second base. Pennick is out, and a great throw by J. Rel Rivera to end the inning. And that will do it for the 7th. We'll go to the 8th. It's still Orange County 8, Seminole County 5.
Sports Nation. Unleash the champion within.
Back here for the 8th inning at Sanford Memorial Stadium, and it is once again Will Barbera and Porter Kelly up here in the booth. New pitcher on the mound for Orange County, who is nursing an 8-5 lead here in this Cure All-Star baseball game. Brendan Carberry out of Winter Park High School is the new pitcher, and his first pitch to Orlando Martinez is fouled off down the right field line, 0-1. Carberry, second player in this game and also the second player on Orange County to commit to Florida State, as well as the person we saw earlier, Miles Gottlieb, who pitched a scoreless inning of his own against Seminole County, as Martinez waves and misses, it's 0-2. Martinez led off this game. He is 1 for 2 in this one. He singled and reached on an error, and he has also scored a run. Also made a couple of really nice defensive plays on the left side of the infield. This ball is dribbled towards shortstop. It's going to be a tough play. Fielded by Acosta, and the throw is not in time. So an infield leadoff single for Orlando Martinez, his second hit of the game, third time he's reached base. And a leadoff base runner now for Seminole County.
Well, we saw when he got on to lead off the game, he's not afraid to run. Down 3, you need to put some runs on the board, so wouldn't be surprised if he goes again, but great hustle out of the box on that chopper to short. Third baseman tried to make a play at it, but even if he was able to get his glove on it, there's no way they would have gotten the Speedy Martinez out.
Well, here is Connor McBratney, and there he goes, the throw down to second, and it is a beauty. Oh, and the ball goes into center field. It looked like the tag and the throw was there, was waiting on a call from the umpire, and then I saw the second baseman, Reinert, show that he had the ball. So it's a stolen base for Martinez. And like you said, Porter, he was not afraid to take off. He did it there.
Yes, he was absolutely would have been out if Ty Livingston was able to hold on to the ball there, but he was trying to catch it right as he was colliding with Martinez. It's a tough play to make.
Well, that ball hammered to center field, going back and on the run and making the catch. Tagging is Martinez. He'll get to third. So it'll be a sacrifice fly off the bat of McBratney. And with one out, there's a runner on third. And here is Julian Smith, who is 0 for 1. He reached on a walk in his last at-bat. Or excuse me, 1 for 1. He singled in his first at-bat, walked in his last. So this is the part of the order that has done the most damage for Seminole County, and they're going to need that to continue here if they want to get back into this one. And that's a called strike there. It's 0-1.
He was the runner on when Ethan Farrington hit one to the wall. And he was able to score in that 3-run 5th inning, which tied the game for Seminole at 5 apiece.
Smith drills that one foul down the left field line. It'll be 0-2. Farrington in the on-deck circle. He is 1 for 2. Popped out, and obviously the long single to left field off the wall. And then he came around to score. Oh, 2. Ooh, just missed for ball 1. Looked like the catcher, Cash Gilbert. Or excuse me, that's Matthew Logan. Looked like he wanted that call. But instead of this ball 1 on Smith.
We've seen that pitch be called a strike before.
Fly ball to center. That will be deep enough to get the run home. Will it be deep to get over the head? And it does drop. A run will score. It'll be an RBI double for Smith. And Martinez scores. It's 8-6. And now here comes Farrington, who obviously had the long single in his last at-bat, but that was a tough play for the center fielder to make. He was kind of playing in, and then the way he kind of had to contort his body to get to that ball was very interesting.
Yes, it would have been an amazing play if he was able to come down with it. He ended up being like parallel with the ball and needing to look straight over his head to find it once again. Stuck his glove out, but unable to secure the catch, and just like that, the tying run for Seminole is in the batter's box.
And Ethan Farrington takes a called strike, and we saw him almost leave the yard in his last at-bat. Like we said, was a long single because of the base running blunder by Smith. They both did end up scoring in that 3 spot back in the 5th inning.
Special delivery. Jets Pizza.
Wow.
We have been given a special delivery up here in the booth. We have some Jets Pizza for me and Porter.
We've been,
You guys did it first because you didn't last night.
we've been eating good.
Got some
up here in the
delicious
booth.
pizza up here. We sure are. And that ball is grounded into center field, a base hit.
Disrupted by food.
And, but no one cares about that. We got pizza up here in the booth.
Thumbs up.
Runner ends up staying put at third base. So with 2 outs, there are runners at the corners.
Adam, are we taking the jerseys with us?
I have no idea.
as the pizza's being taken from us.
We got Chick-fil-A earlier.
Yeah, we got a Chick-fil-A sandwich earlier. They're taking good care of us here at here in the booth at Sanford Memorial, as they always do. Brody Chalice comes in. He had an RBI ground out in his last at-bat, and now it looks like the center fielder and the left fielder will switch spots just for the heck of it.
Why not?
Starting to get to that point of the game where we're going to see a little more, or at least if it's anything like it was on Wednesday, we're going to see a lot more tomfoolery.
This one is still a pretty close game.
Close game.
Tying
Close
run
game.
over there at first base. It'll be interesting to see if
a
they
ball
try to
in
get him into scoring position here.
I'd imagine that he'll be off and running if it's, if they keep the same philosophy. But a ball in the gap here might be able to score a run from first base, especially if it goes all the way to the wall with, as you've pointed out, how deep the outfield here is at Sanford Memorial. Outside, 1-0. We're going to do you guys a favor and not eat this pizza while we're on the broadcast. You don't want to hear the chomping. Porter's rude. He talks with his mouth full.
A very sloppy eater.
I was expecting you to give me flack for that. I feel my girlfriend always tells me I talk with my mouth full.
Most of those, most people from Philly do, I've noticed.
Well, that's uncalled for.
Just no
we
manners.
have good manners. We have good
manners
in Philadelphia, contrary to popular belief. Anyway, 1-1 is outside. Really, where the bad manners are is Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, gross.
I've been to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Sorry for you. No, I've also been to Pittsburgh. We have a buddy, Ethan Coolahan, who is not on the broadcast tonight. He was with me on Wednesday. Big Pittsburgh fan. That ball skied into center underneath it and making the catch. And the runner tags up to score. So there was actually just one out. And now there are two gone. And it is a one-run game again, 8-7, a sacrifice fly for Chalice. His second RBI of the game without recording a hit, had an RBI ground out, and now a sac fly. And here is Jackson Leonard, 1-for-1 with an RBI single. Also pitched a scoreless inning on the mound an inning ago. And there's a called strike going one. Just a reminder to everybody out there, it's the top of the 8th now, but we are going to play the bottom of the 9th inning no matter what here at the Cure All-Star Baseball game. So once the top of the 9th inning concludes, no matter what the score is, make sure to stick around for the bottom of the 9th inning as Leonard pops that one foul. It'll be 0-2.
And I imagine if Orange County is able to hold this lead into the bottom of the 9th, that's where we'll see more of the shenanigans.
We'll see more shenanigans. I would imagine.
That's what you saw.
Me and Ethan were constantly baffled by what we were looking at on Wednesday between Lake and Volusia County. It was awesome. It was fun, but it was certainly confusing and hard to keep track of. So we'll see if we have more shenanigans like that later on in this one, as that's outside for ball one.
But 2 runs here in the top of the 8th. Seminole has fought their way back in at just 1 run down. Looking for a bit of a 2-out rally here, and if not, need at least 1 run to make the bottom of the 9th even matter, even though we're going to play it either way.
A throwback, and not in time as Logan tried it. And the throw was not in time behind Farrington. So it's now 2-2 on Leonard.
Doesn't appear like Farrington is going to run in this at-bat unless it goes to 3-2. So we'll need a shot in the gap in order to bring home that tying run in this at-bat.
Well, Leonard fouls it off one more time. He's fighting in there against Carberry.
Leonard, somehow, Seminole's able to take the lead this inning. He'd be in line to be the winning pitcher, looking to help himself out.
And he would have given himself the either the tying or the go-ahead run. So, yeah, he would certainly be in the running for player of the game, which, of course, we will do after the conclusion of this one. 2-2. Skied off the end of the bat, shallow center. Out goes Acosta, and he makes the catch in shallow center, and that will do it. But not before 2 more runs cross the plate for Seminole County. It's back to a 1-run game, 8-7. Orange County leads it. We go to the bottom of the 8th.
Join the mission and help the Orlando Sports Foundation. 2015, the Orlando Sports Foundation has raised over $6.
Varsity Sports Nation. Unleash the champion within.
Bottom of the 8th inning of the Cure All-Star Baseball game, and you're watching it on Varsity Sports Nation here from Sanford Memorial Stadium. New pitcher on the mound for Seminole County, down by a run, and it is Isaiah Walken. And he will face Chris Pedrinen, who was at the dish at the end of last inning when the runner got thrown out trying to steal third base, and he fights that one off towards first, and the first baseman flips it to Walken, who will win the race to the bag, and there's one out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. So a quick out there for Isaiah Walken, who is out of Lake Howell High School and committed to Albany State University. So here is Diego Diaz to bat with one out and nobody on. Orange County trying to add an insurance run to this 1-run lead before we get to the 9th inning. And once again, in case you're just joining our broadcast and you didn't hear it last inning, we will play the bottom of the 9th inning no matter what the score is. So if it turns out that Orange County maintains this lead in the top of the 9th, then we will go to the bottom of the 9th regardless of score, as that's in there for a called strike, 1-1.
You said Isaiah Walken's going to Albany State University. And not to be mistaken, that is not in Albany, Oregon. I know most people would think that. It is not in my hometown of Albany,
That's
Oregon.
enough out of you. Swing and a miss, and Diaz goes down swinging. Most people were thinking it's in Albany, New York. That's the capital of New York. Most people think it's New York City, but it's actually Albany.
Never heard of her.
Number 15, Ryan Pica steps in. He's 1 for 1 with a 2-run single.
It looks like we're not the only ones who got pizza as well, as in the home dugout. They seem to be passing around a pizza box.
It does look like a pie is getting tossed around in the Orange County dugout, as they should. They deserve some pizza for this great event that they've put on for everybody here at Sanford Memorial as Pica swings through that one, 1-1. 1-1. Just off the plate. 2 balls and a strike now.
Not just a great event put on, which it is, but also a great game being played on the field, just a one-run game. We're seeing a lot of talent out there, seeing why these players were selected to these all-star teams. And it's a nice reward as they wrap up their high school careers.
Absolutely. Really great way for everybody to kind of finish up their high school career, or, whether it's finishing up their baseball career or just their high school career. The 3-1 is on the outer edge. So it's 3-2 now to Pica with 2 outs. And off the end of the bat, up the middle, and it eats up the shortstop Tierney and will make its way into center. Ryan Pica with his second hit of the game, and it comes with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 1 out in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Would have been a tough play over there by the shortstop Tierney. Tried to go down to his knees to make the play, but another tough hop from this infield here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. Like you said, just ate him up. Would have been a tough throw, trying to get up from his knees to make the play, but either way.
Well, Walker will throw back over, nothing doing. And here is Nico Pozluzny, who is without a hit in this one.
But made quite the impact defensively.
Absolutely. A couple of really great plays manning shortstop for Orange County throughout most of this game. And that one in the dirt, and it gets behind Rivera, and there will be no throw to second as Pica advances. So that'll be a passed ball on J-Rel Rivera.
Do we know how Seminole likes to play small ball? So getting Pica home from second base would be huge in terms of adding an insurance run, forcing Seminole to need 2 runs in the top of the 9th.
Well, that one outside, so 2-0 quickly on Pozluzny. Yeah, it would be big. An insurance run would be big. But once again, if not, they will have the bottom of the 9th inning regardless.
Yes.
Of whether they are in the lead after this inning or after the top of the 9th.
After that 7-run outburst through the span of 2 innings, really been shut down by the last 2 Warriors pitchers.
Hard ground ball up the middle, and it's fielded cleanly by the second baseman. Throw by McBrantney is in time, and that will do it for the inning. So a little confusion between us and the umpires about how many outs there were there, but nonetheless, the inning is over. We're going to the top of the 9th inning. It's 8-7, Orange County over Seminole County.
I've always been a baseball fan. I grew up playing ball, and I still love playing today. As I got older, I found out that both of my hips had severe arthritis, and I was facing 2 hip replacements. I've had a fear that I would never be able to play ball again. I looked at Dr. Rust, his interest in sports. I said to myself, that's the man I want to see. Orlando Health turned my life around, enabled me to do what I've always enjoyed most, and that's to get out and play ball.
Unleash the champion within.
Who says an all-star game can't end with a little bit of drama? One-run game as we enter the top of the ninth inning here from Sanford Memorial Stadium, and the new pitcher for Orange County is Cameron Pennick, and he will face Elijah Dyer to lead things off as the first pitch is outside, 1-0. 8-7 here in the top of the ninth in the Cure All-Star Baseball game. And that one up top, 2-0 to Elijah Dyer. Ended up reaching on a walk in a great at-bat in his last at-bat, and actually was really close to having what would have been a go-ahead double the opposite way. Just hooked foul at the last second. So the 2-0 is high and outside. 3-0 quickly on Dyer is Pennick.
Really don't want to give anyone a free pass. That will be the tying run on base, especially not with 0 outs.
Hard ground ball, and that's a fair ball down the left field line. And it's going to roll all the way close to the corner. Dyer is on his way to second. The throw is cut off. And the tying run is on second base to start the ninth inning here for Seminole County.
Number 12, Chase Devon from Oviedo.
You're asking for drama with the open here in the ninth inning. We have it. Runner in scoring position with nobody out.
And here comes Chase Negron, who's 0 for 2. He did have an RBI ground out in his first at-bat. And he will bat with the tying run on second base. And now it'll be interesting, Porter, to see whether Seminole County wants to send some of these base runners, put them in motion. As that first pitch is skied foul down the right field line, 0-1.
Well, we saw Dyer's speed on his sprint over to second base. Wouldn't be surprised if they try to get him over to third. I think they'll give Negron the at-bat here to see if he can move him over to third base without risking a potential caught stealing.
Well, that one's on the outer edge, so it's 0-2 quickly on Negron. I've only seen one caught stealing in this game, a couple of really close calls, it was from Cash Gilbert, who is behind home plate. 0-2. Outside, and it does get by Gilbert, and there is Dyer at third. So the tying run, 90 feet from the plate, and a fly ball deep enough in the outfield off the bat of Negron will tie us at 8.
Well, we've seen a lot of stolen bases, and we've also seen a lot of wild pitches that allowed runners to get an extra 90 feet, as we see Orange County's infield weigh in with the tying run, just 90 feet away from tying this game.
1-2 on Negron. Ground ball to shortstop, high chopper, and Pozluzny looks the runner back and then fires to first, and Logan makes the catch, and there's one away. So a good job there by the Orange County infield to keep the runner at third. And that's going to bring Ben Thayer to the plate, who had an RBI single in his last at-bat.
So that was textbook from Pozluzny. Getting the high chopper. I thought with the high chop, that number 5, Elijah Dyer, might test it there. Would have been a close play, I believe, but with 0 outs, I think it's a good decision. Don't risk it. Pozluzny did a good job looking him back and then making the throw to first.
Well, Thayer takes a called strike there on the first pitch of the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Pennock also did a good job getting that ground ball. He's looking to get the save.
And now that one gets by, but it bounces right back to Gilbert. And a lucky bounce for Orange County keeps Dyer at third, as that one looked like it had the ability to tie this game for Seminole County.
Yes, very lucky, and it was a good job by Dyer reading that hard bounce off the backstop. If he would have gotten off the base any farther, there's a chance he would be caught in no man's land.
Line drive, base hit into left field, and Ben Thayer has tied this game. Dyer scores. We're tied at 8 here in the top of the ninth inning.
And that's exactly why you don't send Dyer there on with 0 outs on that ground ball to shortstop. You give your players a chance to bring him in. And Ben Thayer, with a great piece of hitting, smokes it into left field to tie this game. And we're going to have a bottom of the ninth anyways, but now it'll mean something.
It will mean something, and especially if we remain tied, as Pennock still 2 outs away from getting out of this inning, as Alexander Drake fouls that one off. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded out and struck out. Thayer, not a big lead off of first. Be surprised if he gets put in motion. Bodie Tierney in the on-deck circle for Seminole County. 0-1. Outside, and that one bounces out of the glove of Gilbert, and that will allow Thayer to advance. So now the go-ahead run is in scoring position. Thayer doesn't run all that well, but a ball in the gap or a slow-rolled base hit to the outfield could give Seminole County a 9-8 lead here in the final frame.
We saw that kind of play happen when Pennock was warming up.
And now we're going to have a little bit of a discussion. Drake keeps kind of touching his chest, and now it looks like they're going to walk back to the dugout. Certainly hope everything is okay, but he kind of keeps touching the midsection.
Injury timeout.
And, yeah, you just heard the PA announcer say injury timeout over the loudspeakers here. So hopefully all is okay with Alexander Drake and the Seminole County dugout. But he immediately, after the first pitch of the at-bat, seemed to kind of hold or press on his chest or kind of his left oblique. And, yeah, then all of a sudden he continued to do it. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here.
Looks like since it's not really a lineup, there's not really going to be a pinch hitter. They're just going to keep going down through the order. And now number 13.
Well, this is Bodie Tierney.
Tierney will go up to bat already with a 1-1 count.
So he will pinch hit for Drake, and we do hope everything is okay with Alexander Drake as Tierney grounds that one toward third, and it is off the glove of Jez Hamrick, and that allows Thayer to get to third. It's going to be an error by Jez Hamrick, the Orange County third baseman, and with 1 out, Seminole County has runners on the corners, and the go-ahead run 90 feet from the plate.
If you're Hamrick, that's just a play you have to make in this situation. Getting that second out would have been huge. It wouldn't have really mattered. I guess with all the wild pitches we've seen, it would have mattered that he got over to third base. But the most important thing was getting that second out. So if you're able to field that cleanly and make the throw to first, there's 2 outs here. Instead, a runner on third base with less than 2 outs.
Well, first pitch is in there for a called strike. This is Matthew Stubbs, who is hitless so far in this one. And talk about biggest situation of the ball game, I think you're talking about right now. 0-1, swing and a miss. It's 0-2 on Stubbs. Thayer off of third, Tierney off of first, 1 out. 8-8 is the score in the top of the 9th.
Be huge for a strikeout here for Pennock.
As that one's fouled off, it'll remain 0-2, and it sure would.
If he gets a strikeout here, it's a big second out of the top of the 9th. And obviously, no chance for the runner to score without the ball being put in play.
Jackson Turner in the on-deck circle. He's hitless as well and had a rough inning on the mound. Responsible for that 3 spot that gave Orange County a 8-5 lead. And swung on and missed. Strike 3. Second out of the inning, and a big one there as Pennock gets Stubbs swinging. And there was that strikeout you called for, Porter.
It's a huge strikeout from Pennock now. Just 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning with the game still tied. Gives your offense a chance to just score 1 run. Just 1 hit, honestly. We haven't seen a home run in today's game.
That'd be pretty electric, wouldn't it?
A solo home run, it would give Orange County the chance.
Well, Tierney takes off the throw, and it goes into center field. Nobody was covering second. Thayer will score, and just like that, Seminole County takes a 9-8 lead with 2 outs here in the top of the 9th inning. And how about that? I mean, just poor defense in this inning for Orange County has led to the 2 spot and all of the sudden a Seminole County lead with a chance to do more damage as that one's inside to even the count at 1 apiece.
That was just a miscommunication in Orange County's infield between the catcher, Cash Gilbert, in the middle of his infield. That's a play where you usually, with runners on first and third, where the catcher goes out, usually probably in high school games, they'll give commands, give signs, but with this being an all-star game, no one knows any signs. No one.
A lot of these guys
Yes.
first time playing with one another. Yeah,
exactly. So a play like that is bound to happen, but it's just really unfortunate for Orange County that it happened in a situation like that.
Yeah, I mean, you hate to give up the go-ahead run in that fashion, and it's 2-1 now on Jackson Turner with a runner in scoring position still. So that one's outside, so quickly into a hitter's count now is Turner, 3 balls and a strike.
Now just looking for the lead. Instead of just looking for the lead for Seminole County, they're looking to add an insurance run of their own with the runner in scoring position and a hitter's count for Turner at the plate.
Well, there goes Tierney, and a ground ball, hard hit towards short. Pozluzny gobbles it up and throws to first, and that will do it. Well, just like that, the Seminole County Warriors scored 2 in the inning to take a 9-8 lead. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning with a dramatic finish set up. We'll be right back after these messages.
Varsity Sports Nation. Unleash the champion within.
Well, we are back here, and we are set up for what should be a thrilling finish here from Sanford Memorial Stadium. The Seminole County Warriors with 2 runs in the top of the 9th inning to take a 9-8 lead here in the Cure All-Star Baseball game. Will Barbera and Porter Kelly here to lead you through the bottom of the 9th here on Varsity Sports Nation, and we thank you for spending your Friday evening with us here from historic Sanford Memorial Ballpark. And leading things off, it'll be Dylan Malave against the new pitcher for Seminole County. It's Ethan Farrington, as that one is up high, 1-1. But Farrington looking to play Sandman here and get the save and secure the 9-8 victory for Seminole County, as the pitch to Malave is just outside, 2 balls and a strike now. Tyler Spade in the on-deck circle.
It's been a great couple innings, a great comeback for Seminole County. Down 8-5 in the 8th inning. They score 2 in both the 8th and the 9th to take the lead. Now just 3 outs away from stealing this all-star victory.
Well, Malave swings through that one at the bottom of the zone. 2 balls and 2 strikes, leading off the bottom of the 9th. 2-2. Outside, and Malave's worked it full. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Be huge if Malave could get on base to lead off the inning. We saw what it did for Seminole. Just to get the tying run on base with nobody out.
3-2. Hard ground ball into right field, a base hit. And there you go, Porter, a leadoff base runner. First hit of the day for Dylan Malave. And that's going to bring Tyler Spade, who's reached twice. He is 0 for 0. He's walked twice. He's also scored a run and stolen a base. And he'll look to keep things going. He does represent the winning run in the batter's box. We have not seen a home run in either of these Cure All-Star baseball games.
And will we see a pinch runner as well over there at first base for Malave? It's number 8, Ethan Rathman. So don't be surprised if he gets going early in this count.
First pitch from Farrington on the inside corner. It's 0-1. Gavin Brown in the on-deck circle for Orange County. A 1, there he goes for second. And there will be no throw down. And the tying run is now in scoring position with nobody out here in the bottom of the 9th inning. And a great call by you, Porter, because he took off on the second pitch of the at-bat.
And now that turns Tyler Spade's job in at the plate to at least get him to third base. Even if it costs them an out, his priority is to get Rathman to third base with just 1 out in the inning.
1-1 at the knees. It's 1-2, and Spade not happy with the call from the home plate umpire.
Gets a lot tougher to do his job now with 2 strikes. We've seen how this strike zone has expanded, so he's really got to be locked in. And anything close, he has to take a hack at and at least try and foul it off.
Well, there he goes, Rathman for third. He swings and misses, and there will be no throw to third. So Spade strikes out, and there's 1 gone. But after 2 stolen bases from Ethan Rathman, the pinch runner for Dylan Malave, the tying run is 90 feet from the plate, and Gavin Brown is in the batter's box.
Now, even though Spade did strike out, he is a big body in that right-handed batter's box. It's going to be tough to throw around him to try and catch Rathman stealing third, even though it was a great decision by the Orange County coaching staff to plug Rathman in this situation because he looks like the fastest player out there today.
Little Dave Roberts in 04 for the Red Sox, maybe using his base running prowess to start a rally as that one is in the dirt, kept in front by Rivera. And I've been really impressed with J. Rivera behind the plate for Seminole County in this one. I think he's done some really good job. He's had some good throws that haven't led to good tags, but he's done a good job keeping the ball around the plate. 1-1. Inside, just missed that inside corner, 2-1.
Another thing you got to look out for, especially if you're Ethan Farrington and Rivera behind the plate, you can't let anything get past you because Rathman is fast enough to easily score on a passed ball.
Well, Brown fouls that one off. We'll do 2-2. 1 out and a runner on third. Pietro Pugliese in the on-deck circle for Orange County. 2-2. Swing and a miss. And a drop third strike. The throw down is in time, and a huge strikeout there by Farrington. And all of a sudden, Orange County, with a runner on third, is down to their final out. And it will be Pietro Pugliese.
Farrington had to have been hunting a strikeout there. With 2 strikes and 1 out and the runner on third, a strikeout would be huge. And he was able to get it with that breaking ball in the dirt. No chance to make contact on it. And it was a great play by your guy Rivera to pick it out, first of all, look Rathman back to third, and make the throw to first.
First pitch to Pugliese is at the knees for a called strike. It's 0-1. So now Farrington an out away from getting out of this jam. Tying run on third here in the bottom of the 9th, trying to preserve a 9-8 victory. And that one is right in there, and here comes the runner for the plate. He will score! Oh, my goodness. Rathman stole second, stole third, and stole home. We're tied at 9th.
Oh, my
Tied
goodness.
at 9 in the ninth. Excuse me, I'm so flabbergasted I can't even speak.
Didn't you say you saw someone steal home last game?
I did, but not to tie the game in the ninth inning, Porter. Oh, my goodness.
A bit of a lackadaisical throw there by Rivera back to Farrington, who was just one strike away from giving Seminole County the win. And Rathman got a good read as soon as the ball left Rivera's hands, as it sort of floated into the glove of Farrington. There's no chance to get Rathman at the plate. A great piece of base running all around the whole diamond for Ethan Rathman.
Well, it's now 0-2 on Pugliese. Grounded to first. Fielded cleanly, and the race to the bag. Well, we're tied at 9, and that will do it. So
Wow.
we will finish with the tie in this one. But what an event, what a game, what a competition between these two ball clubs and all of these high school seniors as they end their high school baseball career, getting a really nice, resounding round of applause here from this crowd at Sanford Memorial. Great event, and what a game here, Porter.
These high school seniors deserve this applause that they are getting. They put on a show today, and honestly, I don't think it could have ended any better. It ended in a tie. It would have been sad for any of these seniors to end their high school career on a loss, and who would have thought? None of them will. None of them, either team, because we ended in a tie. It was a great game played by these two teams and a great event put on, like you said.
Absolutely, Porter. I couldn't agree more. Just a fantastic event. Both of these games, the game on Wednesday between Lake and Volusia County, the game today between Orange and Seminole County. Great show of sportsmanship on the field between Orange County and Seminole County. This game finishes in a 9-9 tie. What a way for this great all-star event put on by Cure and Orlando Sports Foundation to come to an end. And, just a heck of a game. So, Porter, before we finish up this broadcast and send you home here from Sanford Memorial Stadium, you know what I'm going to ask you. Who's your player of the game?
Call it recency bias. Call it whatever you want. I have to go with Ethan Rathman for the display
I
on the
don't
base
blame you.
paths. He just stole every base, like you said, single-handedly tied this game in the bottom of the ninth and finished off the night where Orange County won't go home sad. They'll go home a little bit of meh as they finish the game in a tie.
Well, I think that's a great pick for player of the game. And I'm going to shout out a couple of guys. Miles Gottlieb had a heck of an inning. I think he had the best inning of any of the pitchers,
Dominant.
and there was some really dominant pitchers that were on display in this one. And I'm also going to shout out Ryan Pica from Dr. Phillips, as well as Bryce Nebrugi from Dr. Phillips as well, from Lyman. They all really showed up in this one. And Pica, 2 for 2 with a 2-run single and 2 runs scored, as well as a stolen base. So a lot of amazing high school talent on display in this one, and it ends in a 9-9 tie, and a perfect way to end an amazing event here from Sanford Memorial Stadium. So,
And Will, since you got multiple, I'll shout out one more.
okay.
Ben Thayer, number 25 for Seminole
Heck
County.
yeah.
He tied the game with that rip of an RBI single in the top of the ninth. Ended up scoring the go-ahead run at the time, and what we thought could have been the winning run if it weren't for, of course, Ethan Rathman.
Yeah, Ethan Rathman's just unbelievable base running. Absolutely phenomenal. Never seen anything like that before.
Nope.
Never seen somebody tie the game with stolen bases of second, third, and home in the ninth inning. So unbelievable stuff here from Sanford Memorial. That's going to do it here from Varsity Sports Nation on the Cure All-Star Baseball Game 2026. Orange County and Seminole County tie at 9. Once again, thanks so much for spending your Friday evening with us here. Will Barbera and Porter Kelly signing off. We'll see you next time.
Varsity Sports Nation. Unleash